This episode is brought to you by Kia's first 3-row all-electric SUV, the Kia EV9, with available all-wheel drive and seating for up to 7 adults, with a 0 to 60 speed that thrills you 1 minute, and available reclining lounge seats that unwind you the next. Visit kia.com/EV9 to learn more. Ask your Kia dealer for availability. No system, no matter how advanced, can compensate for all driver error and or driving conditions. Always drive safely.
I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
Hello.
Hello.
He's so cheerful.
Me and Zach have been doing radio the last 3 weeks, and I say, I'm asking Zach Harper filling in for Jason Jackson.
Hello.
I've just been doing it. I don't know. I like it.
I knew that because I listened to every episode.
You don't have to pander when you're the guest, Billy. You can just be yourself.
No, I mean, that's myself. I feel like I always have to pander. I'm just always looking for acceptance.
I feel like the chaos that you rain down upon every show, though, isn't looking for acceptance.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like I'm not that chaotic. Like, I'm just a very boring person. Like, Amin's seen me kind of off air. Actually, you haven't seen me because of what a boring person I am. Like, you often will go out with people from the show, whatever. I don't think we've ever been out together just because I'm a boring person. Are you drinking it?
You mean Miller Lite?
Yeah.
Miller Lite.
We drink Miller Lite on this show.
Oh, all right.
He looks like he just took a note.
I took notes. Do you guys take notes on the movies? Was I supposed to take notes? Because I took notes.
Oh, you went analog notes.
Yeah.
Wow. The Mike Ryan.
Billy, I don't know if you know this, but you were supposed to be the original guest on Cinephobe.
Oh, wow.
Way back when we first got started, you said to me, you know what movie you guys should do? Mr. Magoo.
Yeah.
And I said, let's do it. And then I can't remember whether ESPN blocked it or you were just like, I don't want to deal with it.
I'm glad that we're having this conversation because at the time I was a good ESPN soldier and they told us directly, hey, if you guys are going to be on any podcast or whatever, like you need to run it by us. So like for anything, I was like, hey, is it cool if I go on a mean show? And they're like, oh, we got to run it through, blah, 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 XYZ. I assume a lot of those just died right there. No one really passed that along to anyone of Fishar. Just like, 3 weeks would go by and I'm like, can I go on this local Marlins fan podcast? And they're like, oh, I get the point, whatever. So I think I was probably the only one that would follow those rules. I don't want to get in trouble. I like my benefits. I like my Disney passes. I don't want to get fired over doing a Mr. Magoo review.
Over Mr. Magoo.
Exactly.
I love the idea of, hey, I want to go on this podcast. We're going to talk about Mr. Magoo, the Leslie Nielsen movie.
Hey, as a kid, I liked that movie. That was a funny movie. It has really bad reviews. You guys should do this movie. It'll be a fun one. I also didn't know it was problematic when I suggested it.
Super problematic.
Oh my God.
I'm problematic. It's a problem.
It's flattering that you said that I was supposed to be the first guest because I've seen from afar.
That's not true.
Oh, okay, never mind.
The first guest was supposed to be Josh Hartnett's sister.
Well,
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yes.
Billy was supposed to be the second. Yeah.
First guest was supposed to be Josh Hartnett's sister as we were supposed to review. Was it 40 days and 40 nights or just 40 days?
40 days, 40 nights. Yeah.
that's a weird one to review with someone's sister.
So I tangentially knew her when I lived in Minneapolis. Friends with a friend of hers. But I haven't talked to her in like 9 years or 8 years or something like that. And it means like, get her on the pod. I was like, I don't even know if I could contact her.
No. We said it in the early days. And then I did say it again until we did Catholic month.
Oh, that's right.
Catholic month.
And I said to Zach, all right, now's our chance. Go get her. And he's like, I haven't talked to her.
Now is the time to reestablish that communication and set up for 6 months from now to do 40 days and 40 nights. And then it's not out of the blue. It's like, hey, we've had this kind of like ongoing friendship for the last 6 months. Want to hop on the pod?
Right. Yeah.
Because the big payoff is you get Josh Hartnett's sister.
Right. Not him. Massive payoff.
Yeah.
We get this started because this movie's pretty long.
Wow. Okay. This movie flew by for me.
Flew by?
Fell asleep. I had to rewind.
Flew by. Quick 2 hours.
Because the speed was so good.
Yeah, Speed was so good.
Speed is everything.
Speed's the name of the game.
That was just fun talk?
Yep.
Fuck.
Your picks have been horrible, man.
It's the point. It's the point of the show. Isn't it? Isn't it? It's possible. I don't understand what this podcast is about.
Poppycock.
It's a fuck house.
On a weekly basis, we are consuming more concentrated bad movies than probably anybody in the history of mankind.
Poppycock.
What story? What story? What are you talking about?
Do you want lunch?
I have yet to laugh in this movie. I'll just tell you that.
You picked it, motherfuckers. Just remember that.
You know what the problem with Hollywood is? They make shit. Unbelievable, unremarkable shit.
I was legitimately offended.
You were
I
offended.
was offended.
I didn't know you could get offended.
I was offended.
This did it.
If I were gay, I wouldn't be offended.
They're fucking making shit up, Amin.
Inconsequential detail after inconsequential detail after inconsequential detail.
Bees don't lie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm holding a mic in my hands, and now I'm talking all alone.
Welcome to Cinephobe. Oh, fuck.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Leave all this in.
Yeah.
Welcome to Cinephobe.
No, I was just saying, like,
Jesus.
Oh my God.
I think there's a delay. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Al-Hassan. That's Anthony Mayes, part of the Levitard and Friends Network for Meadowlark Media. We're at the top of the lark. But podcast is over if we don't get to 20,000 reviews by the end of this year. We're a month in.
5,785 reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Not going to get it done, folks. Not going to get it done.
We're getting like 5 reviews a week at this point. That's what's happening here.
Master Shake 01.
Oh, not in February.
Watched Wrong Left Behind.
Oh, no, the Kirk Cameron one?
Going through your catalog in random order, and imagine my disappointment when I sat through Kirk Cameron Left Behind.
Kevin Sorbo's doing one, too.
Please have Antichrist month so this movie can be revisited and I can live with myself for wasting 1.5 hours of my life.
That's fair.
Kevin Sorbo's not just doing one. He's saying, like, they wanted me.
Also, it's like they didn't go far enough. We're going to do the true Left Behind. None of this Nick Cage Hollywood bullshit. If you got a submission, submit it. Just needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. We are deep in this daisy chain now, boys.
You guys realize what's happening right here.
What?
The rental wars have returned.
Oh,
With a vengeance.
That's 3 in a row.
Liam Neeson month led to Blacklight, which led to Maze casting a spell on us.
Practically.
Aidan Quinn for Practical Magic. And I'm using Sandy Bullock
Wait,
as the next part of the daisy chain.
are you going to recite every link in the daisy chain all year long?
I don't know. We're going to see.
It's going to be 50 of these, man.
It wouldn't be that hard if he did delete his notes every time.
That's the problem. And I'm going with the 1997 action adventure crime, Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Action thriller.
Huh. There's some adventure in there.
Is terrorism a crime?
Yeah. What a stupid question.
What? You definitely thought it was in Taken 2.
That's true.
And making his Cinephobe debut later in the show to help us do this movie, the number 5 international NFL expert according to Forbes and producer of God Bless Football, it's Billy Gil.
Guillermo, put it on the poll.
Speed 2 stars Sandra Bullock.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
A new repeat offender after Practical Magic last week. She had 2 If by Sea and A Time to Kill in 1996, this movie in 1997, and then Hope Floats and Practical Magic in 1998. We also get Jason Patrick and Willem Dafoe. Jason was in The Lost Boys, Sleepers, Narc, The Losers, and MK Ultra.
I remember him in an episode of Entourage and had no clue who he was at the time.
Yes.
And also, Julia Roberts and Kiefer Sutherland met while starring in the 1990 movie Flatliners, which got a shout out on Levitard's show 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Got engaged and set a wedding date for June 14th, 1991. They were going to be married on a soundstage in the 20th Century Fox studio.
20th Century Studios.
Where Roberts canceled the engagement 3 days before the ceremony, and on the day of the wedding, she ran away to Ireland with Jason Patrick.
Wow.
Kiefer Sutherland's friend and co-star in The Lost Boys.
All right, question. When you said that Flatliners came up 2 weeks ago on the show, is that
you idiot? This week, but
is that the 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, from the record.
Okay, I'm just
I'm keeping the timeline intact.
I'm just asking.
What, you were gonna go back and listen 2 weeks ago and see what the Flatliners was, but it actually would have been 4 weeks ago by the time this episode's out, and you would have been confused?
Maybe.
I can already see the birds spinning around your head. Willem, you know from Platoon, The English Patient, Boondock Saints, American Psycho, Spider-Man, Triple X, State of the Union, The Great Wall, and John Wick. Cinephobe debuted.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Yo, there's a line in here. I was like, this has to live in Cinephobe lore forever.
Tamara Morrison from Barbed Wire, Vertical Limit, Star Wars, Attack of the Clones, Couples Retreat, and a repeat offender for Green Lantern.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Let me just say right now, if you guys were annoyed at my Philip the pizza delivery boy from when they ordered, I've got a recurring bit in this one that's going to make you guys want to quit.
Brian McCarty, repeat offender from 200 Cigarettes.
Have you ever heard such a pail of shite?
Mike Haggerty from Brewster's Millions, Overboard, One Good Cop, and Wayne's World. Colleen Camp from Police Academy 4, Wayne's World, Die Hard with a Vengeance, and repeat offender, four-timer now, Last Action Hero, Four Christmases, and Spencer Confidential.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Tamia Hill from one episode of Beverly Hills 90210 and Married to Grant Hill, and a R&B/pop star. More R&B, not really pop, right?
More R&B, but also personal friend of Amin Hassan.
Why isn't she on this episode?
That's exactly the same note too, bro, from an hour or so from now. Why do we have Billy on this? Why didn't we get to me?
Patrika Darbo from Gremlins 2, The New Batch, and Dutch, future Cinephobe.
God damn it, Dutch!
Different Dutch. Oh. Kimmy Robertson from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead and Twin Peaks.
File.
Tim Conway, a.k.a. Dorf. Glenn Plummer, repeat offender from Showgirls. Clip it, Maze.
Clip it.
Wait.
I have a problem with pussy. I always have, and I'm always gonna.
The pizza delivery boy who had a problem with pussy, yes.
Philip.
Tommy J. Huff, repeat offender from Eraser and Money Talks. Susan Barnes, repeat offender from Tiptoes. Mark Adair Rios from Encino Man and repeat offender from Along Came Polly. Tyler Patton, repeat offender from Gone 60 Seconds. Ben Siegler, repeat offender from Fallen. Jeff Brockton, repeat offender from Money Talks. Matthew Taylor, repeat offender from Takers. Joe Morton from T2 Judgment Day and Speed, American Gangster, and repeat offender, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition. And Gerard Smith, repeat offender from Batman and Robin. And UB40.
Yes, definitely.
Speed 2 Cruise Control, written and directed by Jan de Bont. You know Jan from directing Speed, Twister,
No, I don't.
The Haunting, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider Cradle of Life.
He's a longtime cinematographer, including for Die Hard, Hunt for Red October, and Basic Instinct.
You also know his writing from Krogzilla. Randall McCormick, story and screenplay credits, wrote Psycho Sushi, Titan AE, Scorpion King 2, and Scorpion King 3, and Blue Crush 2.
Which one of those did you have on DVD, Zach?
Scorpion King 4.
Ah,
Not either one of those, unfortunately.
Never mind. Sorry.
Jeff Nathanson, screenplay, Rush Hour 2, Catch Me If You Can, The Terminal, Rush Hour 3, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, The New Lion King, and Tower Heist. And then Graham Yost, character credits, story editor for Hey Dude, 44 episodes, 1 episode of Herman's Head. Do you remember Herman's Head?
No.
Oh, it was cousin Larry from Perfect Strangers. Speed, Broken Arrow, and future Cinephobe, Hard Rain.
Wow. We've been talking about Hard Rain for years at this point.
I know. My dad took us as a family to Hard Rain and swears to this day that it's a good movie.
I always think of Chubby Rain, the movie from Bowfinger.
Chocolate Rain.
That's also a repeat offender, that very same reference.
Synopsis for Speed 2 Cruise Control. A computer hacker breaks into the computer system of the Seabourn Legend.
Computer psycho, actually.
And sets it speeding on a collision course into a gigantic oil tanker. Spoiler alert. Tagline, 2 thumbs up.
Well, yeah, we're going to learn about that.
Not really a tagline.
I guess they just slapped that on because that was the only positive review they got.
Right.
Wait.
Alternate taglines.
Wait.
Amin's in shock.
Can you do that?
Of course.
Can you make your tagline?
You can make your tagline whatever the fuck you want.
What seems like such a cheat code?
Of course.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie was getting killed.
Not past tense. It's going to get killed. Spoiler alert.
Rush Hour hits the water. That's a good tagline.
That's gotta be a DVD tagline from 20 years later.
From the director of Speed and Twister.
Definitely that.
And then 120 Minuten purer Nervengitzel, which means 120 minutes of pure thrills, which I'm guessing is German? I don't know.
Not a single tagline about what happens in the movie.
These are not taglines.
Rush Hour hits the water.
That one's a tagline.
Oh, I guess that one could be about the bus.
Yeah.
I thought it was about the Rush Hour franchise because Jeff Nathanson.
No,
it absolutely was. But also, it's a tagline.
$160 million estimated budget.
Yeah, this was disputed. It's anywhere from 110 to 160. Basically, Jan de Bont denied that it was 160.
Grossed 48.6 million US, 164.5 million worldwide. I'm guessing after marketing, not a hit.
2 thumbs up.
Before we jump to this movie and you listen to the rest of this podcast, Speed 2 Cruise Control is a rental.
A gun these rental boys have.
Just like that, man. I almost feel like Zach is the Dark Lord of the Sith.
What?
You orchestrated this whole thing.
The fuck does that even mean? Is that good or bad?
You're the big villain. Created all this shit that we're in right now.
Speed 2 Cruise Control receives 4% from the critics on 75 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
The lowest in a while, man.
16% from the audience on over 100,000 ratings. Nobody liked this fucking movie.
While doing my research to find out the next link in the daisy chain is, on Rotten Tomatoes, whenever you click on someone, it'll tell you what their highest rated movie is and their lowest rated movie is unanimously. Across the board. This was everyone's lowest rated movie.
Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
I can't call it half full because there's barely any positive anywhere, but I guess
2 thumbs up.
There you go. Give me the positives.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Gene Siskel of Chicago Tribune.
Coming out, guns blaring.
What?
Speed 2.
What?
What do you think 2 thumbs up, man?
This is a film noir of all film noirs.
Speed 2 is the most exciting to date of this summer's big action pictures.
Jesus.
Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times.
Jesus. This is an authentic, real 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
I thought they were just making it up.
No, these are the 2 thumbs. Movies like this embrace goofiness with an almost sensual pleasure. And so, on a warm summer evening, do I.
Roger Ebert called it sensual?
Hold on, I gotta go get the slide whistle. They got paid off, by the way, for this. They had to.
They had to have. These two? Absolutely. Not for this movie. Andrew Collins of Empire Magazine. Speed 2 is a well above average armrest gripper with little in it to upset the children, excepting, perhaps, Defoe's lengthy white teeth. Why did it take a shot at his teeth?
Just for the record, Speed 2 came out 2 weeks after Con Air.
Whoa, my God.
And a month after The Fifth Element. So I'm not going to say that it's up there with the action movies of the summer.
Siskel got bought. Not even of that month. Come on, man. Blank User. 4 out of 5 stars.
That's it.
It's a lot of blank users, okay? Buckle up. Not as good as the first one. I wish Keanu Reeves would have been recasted, but overall, I very much enjoyed this movie. Blank User, 5 out of 5. Epic with 29 exclamation points. Is Amin listening? Do we know? Where did he go? Do you think that he muted himself and doesn't realize he muted himself?
No, he would have.
No, I went to go get the slide whistle because there was another room.
Blank User, 5 out of 5.
And the bell. Hold on. Let me unpack. Hold on.
Carrot Top.
Dumping out of my tools. I need my tools.
I need my tools.
Has that happened yet? I don't know where we are on the timeline.
It's happening tomorrow.
All right, here we go. I didn't hear any of the reviews, by the way.
Blank User, 5 out of 5. There we go. The same people that hated this movie probably loved Star Wars The Last Jedi. I love the sequel and its predecessor.
What?
Bizarre review.
Weird shot at The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
User Steve D, 3 out of 5.
Steve Dix.
Take it on its own. It is an okay thriller.
Taken.
Just don't think of it as Speed. Blank User, 5 out of 5. From a bus now to a cruise liner.
Facts.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it with an exclamation point. User Din V, 5 out of 5. Compelling and gripping, Speed 2 Cruise Control improves upon the original and remains one of the best action movies to date. Brilliant performances and spotless direction, as well as amazing visuals, help turn this film into a truly entertaining masterwork.
Brilliant visuals.
No, that's just someone being an asshole.
User Nina B, 5 out of 5. Sandra Bullock at her finest. Jason Patric is amazing. This movie gets a bad rep, but honestly, I liked it and bought it on DVD.
Why did you read that with an ass on?
Blank user, 5 out of 5. Last one.
Literally.
Cruise ship taken over is more dangerous than a bomb on a bus. I mean, kind of.
Like in terms of casualty, yeah.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Rob Gonzalez of Rob's Movie Vault. This is probably as good a time as any to point out that Orson Welles scrounged for budgets all his life, yet studios routinely throw $110 million at crap like Speed 2.
Yeah.
Tony Medley.
Yeah, like what a place to arrive, right? You know who I feel bad for? Orson Welles.
Mike Massey of Gone with the Twins. Willem Dafoe, though effective in nearly every villain role, is a bit overdone as a psychopath with a penchant for leech therapy.
Ooh, a penchant.
Have we ever gotten to the bottom of why it's called Gone with the Twins? Because I've never heard the other Massey chime in on any of these reviews.
Well, maybe he's gone.
Oh, where'd he go? With the twins.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Martin Thomas of Double Toasted. They spent double, maybe even 4 times as much as they did on Speed, and it's terrible.
Did they?
Didn't they?
Welcome to Cinephobe.
Michael Olav of Baltimore Sun.
Will you wait? Oh fuck! How's it go? Will you build me a snowman? Can you build me a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman? There it goes. I don't like that movie.
I only know that from Ted Lasso.
I bet you do.
Action heroes are best when they are charming, winsome, and witty.
What's that middle one?
Winsome.
You lose some.
Winsome.
Go ahead, Mace.
Bullock is inane, annoying, and whiny.
She's something else.
Oh boy.
I'm convinced.
Jay Boyar of Orlando Sentinel.
Jay Boyardee.
In Speed 2, DeBont is, so to speak, at sea.
What's at sea?
DeBont.
What
the director.
Oh.
Rod Dreher of South Florida Sun Sentinel.
Rod Dreher. Hey.
The wind goes out of this tub's sails long before it reaches port. Jonathan Rosenbaum of Chicago Reader.
Do the voice.
Do yourself a favor and see a movie instead.
Got his ass.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Michael DeKina of themoviereport.com.
This guy.
Cruise control indeed, as in slow and phoned in, coasting by on what is passed off as thrills.
Are we gonna do House Party, the LeBron House Party?
I hope not. User Kevin K, 1 out of 5.
KK.
There is no speed. This movie is one of the worst I've ever seen.
There really is no speed. And I'm going to reveal, once we get into the meat of the episode and Guillermo joins us, I'm going to reveal a lot of my ignorance about this movie because I had never seen it.
Blank user, half star out of 5. Saw this movie with my best friend Josh at the drive-in. When I was taking him home, he started to press the cruise control option and we almost crashed. I then yelled at him and kicked him out of the car for not keeping his hands to himself. Didn't speak to him for 2 months.
Wow. I bet he pushed the cruise control.
I bet he did. Flicked it.
Couldn't keep his hands to himself.
Blank user, half star out of 5. Fuck me, this is so bad. The original is all you need to see. Avoid this.
Is that his buddy Josh? When he said fuck me.
And then last one, blank user, 1.5 out of 5 stars. But it got 2 thumbs up.
Same note too, bro. Wish I had the bell.
It wasn't your bag of tools.
No, it's
my tools.
It's in the studio and Dan's in there, and it looks like a serious conversation. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and Amin just comes skulking in to grab a bell.
I just
sorry, I need this.
Walks out with the kazoo in his mouth.
I've been incredibly disruptive today.
I can imagine.
Self-reporting right here. I don't think it was a good show for me today. Normally, I would just like, hey, just grab this real quick. Don't worry about me. I can't do that at this point.
Wow, you're ashamed.
I am ashamed.
I didn't know you could be ashamed.
This did it.
If I was gay, I wouldn't be ashamed.
We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and Billy Gil's first note after these pre-recorded messages. Listener, what's up? Zach Harper, coming to you live from Just Making My Picks on Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. For my money and your money, the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. Again, that's Daily Fantasy Sports. It's just you against the numbers instead of battling thousands of players, including like pros and sharks, those people that really try to game the system and screw you over. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Basketball's here, right? So check this out. This is the cool thing that I love from Prize Picks. You can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports and leagues. So if you want to do like more Patrick Mahomes yards and less James Harden points, you can do that. You can do that combination. You can do any combination that they have on there. You just go to the Specials League. You want to play alongside people. Maybe you don't want to go it alone. Maybe you want to play alongside people. You can go to, I don't know, Meek Mill, Andrew Schultz. You find them in the community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the Prize Picks community each week. And best of all, Prize Picks even offers a reboot policy so your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have the player who exits the game in the first half and does not return the second, that player is rebooted. Prize Picks, the only daily fantasy sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So I'll tell you what you do. You go to prizepicks.com/ding and use the promo code DING, D-I-N-G, for a first deposit match up to $100. Let me say that again for you. You go to prizepicks.com/ding. You use the code DING, D-I-N-G, for a first deposit match up to $100 from our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. We're joined now by football expert, producer of God Bless Football, producer of God Bless Football, Billy Gil. Billy, thank you so much for joining us, making your Cinephobe debut. I really thought it was going to be for Too Fast, Too Furious. We haven't gotten to that yet, but we will, and hopefully have you back for that. But I'll admit, the reason I asked you to be on this episode is you, to me, are the biggest expert on cruise ships.
Oh.
I've never been on a cruise. The idea terrifies me. I feel like you're in a prison at sea, but you seem to like a cruise. And I thought, all right, if we're going to do Speed 2 cruise control, we got to have Billy on.
Well, thank you, I guess, for thinking of me when it comes to cruises. I was wondering, because you texted me about a week ago, I was like, hey, do you want to do Speed 2 cruise control? I'm like, sure. And I was trying to figure out why I was connected to Speed 2 cruise control in any way, but it makes sense.
I thought Zach was just connecting Too Fast with Speed 2.
No.
And it was a logical leap.
God, I wish.
Or it was a mistake and you just sent it to me and then we're like in too deep and now.
In too deep, future Cinephobe.
It's like, shit, I meant to send this to Billy Corbin and I'd send it to Billy Gil.
He's here, by the way. I can grab him.
Yeah, go get him.
It's not too late.
So, Billy, had you seen this movie before?
I did see this movie once before and I saw it. I was on vacation with my now wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, it's been a couple of years, but I was on vacation with my wife at the time. We were just engaged, I believe. And we had friends and we like rented out an apartment at the beach for Memorial Day weekend or one of those, right? And it was a place that people owned and they rented out like a VRBO or whatever. And they had a closet filled with DVDs.
Oh.
And I was a little bit peeved at the pace we were moving that day. I'm like, can we go out to the whatever?
Yeah.
We were moving slow that day. So I decided, let me just put on a DVD. And the DVD that I chose that day was Speed 2 Cruise Control. While everyone's cooking and eating breakfast, I have that on in the living room.
That's a morning movie. Wow.
It was the first thing that I watched that morning. And I put it on because I thought it'd be like the most ridiculous choice. And then by the time they were done, they're like, let's go to the beach. I'm like, oh, no. We're finishing this movie. And that was years ago, so I hadn't seen it since. So I got to rewatch it for this episode.
It's a great title, by the way. I didn't get to say that earlier. It's really a cool title.
It's a great title. Yeah.
Speed 2 Cruise Control. If only that movie was anything like the title.
The thing that makes that interesting is like cruise control is a feature on a car.
On cars.
That's like going fast. And Speed was about a bus that needed to maintain a speed, you know? So, and then they're on a cruise in this one. So it kind of crosses over there.
And someone is in control.
Had you guys seen it, Mayes? I mean, you hadn't seen it yet?
Nope.
Never.
Really? Did you see it before?
I've seen this movie a lot. I've seen this movie double digits.
Big surprise.
You piece of shit.
But it's 25 years old. That's not my fault.
I've always heard how legendarily bad it was.
Whoa.
So now I got to experience it for myself.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'm just saying I heard it was legendarily bad. What's wrong with that? It's a 4% movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it really?
2 thumbs up. Siskel and Ebert both gave it a thumb up.
2 thumbs up. My ass.
Oh,
Put that in the intro. The new intro.
Amin, what is your first note?
2 hours and 5 minutes. This is like starting the first quarter down 17.
Oh.
Maze, what's your first note?
Clip, I'm on a boat early and often.
Oh, shit! Get your towels ready, it's about to go down! Everybody in the place hit the fucking deck! But stay on your motherfucking toes! We running this, let's go! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Everybody look at me, cause I'm sailing on a boat! I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat!
Billy, do you have a first note that you took analog style?
I did. Relationships based on extreme circumstances never work out.
Oh,
it's a callback from the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
My first note, I thought it was real cool that 20th century logo turned into the ocean. I thought that was great.
I said, oh my God, Zach picked this, which means it's going to be a piece of shit 90s movie full of tropes.
Wow. Rude.
Because Zach texted us earlier, Billy. He said, I bet I know what it means Golden Dumpster is going to be.
I do.
This is literally, as I'm typing, I wonder what he thinks. Hold the fucking phone. Where did this motorcycle come from? Is this my golden dumpster? Because the motorcycle just falls from the sky.
Yeah. And that's not Jason Patrick on that motorcycle.
Nope. Just sent the text.
That is not him at all. I thought him being so geared up. He's got the piece, he's got the vest and everything. That's not a police issued motorcycle.
No, it's a Ducati.
Right. That's a crotch rocket, right?
A crotch rocket.
That's what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That was too far for you? Of all the things that you've said on this show, that was too far. Okay. Mac from the first movie tells him no stunts, everything by the book. And I thought, I bet he'll do it by the book.
Oh shit, that's the motherfucker from Skynet.
Meanwhile, Sandra Bullock doing a driving test, and she tells her instructor, Dorf.
Tim Conway, yeah.
The Carol Burnett Show.
She's telling him about Jason Patrick, about Alex.
Called this Little Things Position.
She's ass off in this.
How is Sandy so bad at driving? I'm going to call her Sandy because we're friends. How is she so bad at driving on her driving test when the previous movie, she had to perform amazing like, is it PTSD? Like she's afraid to get behind the wheel now?
And also, that's her only experience is driving a bus with Keanu barking at her the entire time.
That's how I learned.
From the first one. I don't know if you remember this, but she had her license taken away for speeding.
Oh.
That's a comment that she makes in the first one.
She forgot basic functions like how do I turn? How do I brake?
She's turning from the middle lane.
She's flustered.
To be fair, she lives in LA.
She's also driving a VW Thing, a yellow convertible car that I have not seen on the roads.
Looks like a military car.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a Fisher-Price Humvee or something like that, like an H2.
Yep.
She's still a bad driver. We get exposition about her ex-boyfriend, Jack, a.k.a. Keanu Reeves, who gave her pepper spray for her birthday, and she thought it was perfume.
Ended up in the emergency room.
Haha, I'm telling you.
They would turn this driving test off, right?
No.
They would be like, you need to stop. We're going back.
Nope, keep grading her. She might turn it around at the end.
She says Alex works on beach patrol, spending all day on a bicycle in Venice as we see him speeding the motorcycle.
Why is he popping wheelies to chase down what I thought was an ice cream truck and later found out it was a cleaner's truck? But still, why is he popping wheelies?
I felt like they kept dropping the exact same boxes.
Yes.
Just different angles.
They were electronics boxes, future callback on that product placement there, NEC. And he's popping wheelies, because his supervisor said no stunts.
How did he get in front of the car to where he's now going head on?
The truck turns around.
Yeah, I had to do a U-turn because it got to the cops.
Oh, that's what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he got ahead of it when he went outside the barrier.
No.
When that happens, my note was, he's no Gemini Man.
It's true.
Oh, Billy, have you seen Gemini Man?
No.
There's a cool motorcycle fight in it.
That's a Billy Gil movie, man.
I don't know that I appreciate that assessment of it because it seems like a terrible movie and you're telling me that that's a movie I would love.
Welcome to Cinephobe.
She happens to be heading up this hill?
Yeah, they're all in the same neighborhood.
Just all of a sudden up in the hills? That's fine.
Crazy coincidence.
What are the odds on that one?
They met when she was jaywalking in Venice. Well, jaywalking is a crime. I needed to get across.
Shut up, LA.
Another dip. And then he writes 2 dips on the paper.
They are really serious about jaywalking here.
Really? What does a jaywalking ticket cost?
No, it's not cheap. Michelle Beadle got one.
Really?
Yeah, right in front of the LA studio of ESPN down on Figueroa.
Ask her.
Oh, I'll text her right now.
Yeah, text her right now. We'll get a breaking news update from, I don't know, what was that, 10 years ago, something like that?
Yeah.
He's now going head on with this truck. He slides his bike into the truck, but not a controlled slide. Like, he just bails.
He throws it at it.
He does. He throws his motorcycle, his Ducati.
And it works because the driver panics.
Could you dive out of a moving vehicle like this driver does?
Absolutely not.
Really? I think I could.
What would your technique be?
I would cover the back of my head and try to roll.
Guys, we have an update. This is from Michelle Beadle. By the time I paid it, $600.
Oh my God.
That's some late fees.
I once had a $65 parking ticket turn into like $180 or something like that. They'll jump that thing up pretty quickly.
But still, like, assuming it's a doubling, $300 for fucking jaywalking?
Or quadrupling. Maybe it's $150 and she's just so lazy about that.
I had a parking ticket one time in Washington. I was visiting because I parked in a zone to see the monuments that after a certain time became a no parking zone. And I didn't know that. So I was showing my wife, like, look at all these monuments, blah, blah, blah. And we get back and there's a parking ticket on a rental car. Crap. So then we get back to Miami and I was like, I probably need to take care of this parking ticket that I have. And they just never put it in the system, according to the people of Washington, D.C. Like, I called them. They're like, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Maybe try back in another week or so. If not, maybe they just didn't put it in the system. And I'm like, okay. But in the back of my head, I feel like I'm a wanted man in Washington, D.C.
You can't go back. Yeah, you can't go back.
I can never go back to Washington, D.C. ever.
No.
And if I ever had any aspirations of a political career, I just can't go back to Washington, D.C. ever. Because at this point, we're so many years removed from it that if they did eventually put it into the system, I feel like I would just be imprisoned immediately.
Your campaign finance would have to go strictly to paying that ticket.
I mean, that probably is full of illegalities too, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
We have an update from Michelle Beadle. Said how much of it was late fee? She said approximately $535 of the $600.
So it was only a $65 ticket?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a brutal interest rate.
Must be nice.
Rich people shit. Yeah, that's nice. That's coming from someone who has a closet full of shoes.
Yeah.
That's her whole house.
Jason Patrick doesn't want him to tumble down the hill by himself, so he dives after him. They're both tumbling. He gets his gun out and starts the Miranda rights.
This is bad police work.
He says, ow, that hurt.
What do you think the crime was that this guy committed?
We're about to find out.
They very briefly mentioned it, like, the stolen computers. Like, oh, okay.
We got some newscast position updating us on that.
He also shouts out Alex by name.
Yeah.
Because that totally happens.
Did you guys wonder how it is that apparently time stopped working where Alex, the fake Keanu, throws his motorcycle at the guy driving the delivery truck. So he's now off of his bike. Then the delivery truck driver jumps out of the vehicle or whatever and is rolling down the hill. And then Alex, after him, then goes rolling down the hill and meets him there when he clearly jumped out of his motorcycle probably 2 minutes before.
Easily, yeah.
He started rolling too.
Also, what happened to that truck? Just went into someone's home? Like, I don't know what happened there.
It doesn't explode.
Sandy, Tokyo drifts into this police barricade. Something fierce. Like, she's really a bad driver.
Ass off for the driving instructor on this crash, by the way.
Alex and Andy see each other. He asks how'd the driving test go.
She'll never drive in this town again.
Why isn't he at the beach? He's staring to find a reasonable explanation.
Ass on.
This cop. You're a madman, Shaw.
You're a madman, Alex.
That guy's great, man.
First of all, ass off for that cop. But my notes for some reason say you're a madman, Shaq. She said, you didn't tell me you were in the Suicide Squad. And I said, she said it.
Future cinephobe.
She's mad that he lied to her when she told him about Jack. Why didn't a little bell go off in his head to explain it?
Exactly. And blow it?
I didn't lie, Annie. I just didn't tell you certain things.
He was going to tell her today.
Can I ask you guys something about Jason Patrick? He looks like a villain to me. Has he been a villain in other movies? Because he looks, well, not more than Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe looks like a villain always. But Jason Patrick looks very much like a sinister, evil person.
He just didn't have much of a career after this movie.
I definitely don't trust him.
Yeah.
Keanu, I'd trust with my life, not Jason Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
His answer to all this is he was carrying cruise ship tickets.
His answer is, I do fill in for a friend down at the beach occasionally. And I said, attaboy, Bobby. That's how you do it. You find a kernel of truth.
She pictured him drinking lemonade at work. And he's like, let's go away to the Caribbean.
Do you have a concussion? We work 6 days a week, Alex. We've never been away for a weekend.
Who are you? Like, I don't even know you. And I said, Sandy is ass on. She sounds like these TikTok videos where they're trying to pretend like they randomly ran up on someone at Walmart. Who is this girl that you're talking to? I don't know you anymore. It's just so flat and clearly choreographed and rehearsed. Or porn. They do that in porn too.
Yeah, that one is.
And they're trying to make conversation, the small talk conversation.
Hi. Hello. Mine, the dispatcher says there's something wrong with Dinah Carver.
Yeah, come on in. I'm not really sure exactly what's really wrong with the cable.
That's why they sent me. I am an expert.
The TV's in here.
You recognize her, of course.
Wait, mine too.
Oh, that's my friend Sherry. She just came over to use the shower.
The story is ludicrous.
Mine on is college, be an expert.
You must be here to fix the cable.
Lord, you can imagine where it goes from here.
He fixes the cable.
Would you guys rather be in the Suicide Squad or walking on the beach handing out jaywalking tickets? Because I feel like I would probably be cool just being a beach cop.
Suicide Squad paychecks got to be way better.
Really?
Yeah, and also the respect.
I don't want the beach to get ruined for me. You know, if I work at the beach every day, am I still going to love the beach? I don't know that I want that.
Life's a beach.
And then you die?
That's a tough one. I'd like to be on the Suicide Squad at the beach.
Oh, yeah. I think that's called Bad Boys.
Oh, yeah.
This is such a ridiculous premise. Let's go to the Bahamas.
Cut to the crew.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker, take a look at me. Straight floating on a boat on the deep blue sea. Busted 5-9, wind whipping out my coat. You can't stop me, motherfucker, cause I'm on a boat. Picture trick, I'm on a boat, bitch. We drinking Santana champ, cause it's so crisp. I got my swim trunks and my flippin' floppies. I'm flipping burgers, you at Kinko straight flipping cabbage. I'm riding on a dolphin, doing flips and shit. The dolphin splashing, getting everybody all wet. But this ain't SeaWorld, this is real as it gets. I'm on a boat, motherfucker, don't you ever forget.
Is she ad-libbing? Is there even a script?
Photographer calls them a cute couple. Don't move! Pictures don't move.
Oh my God,
Dante tries to sell them a double set of mugs for $34.50.
It's a steal.
In 1997?
He's selling his ass off.
Welcome to paradise. And the name's Dante.
They're being shown to the room. Willem Dafoe interrupts the bellhop, wants to know where his golf clubs are.
I said, oh shit, the Green Goblin. Cue Zach with a Mind Goblin joke right here.
I wouldn't do a Mind Goblin joke.
You love the Mind Goblin joke.
Nilbog! It's goblin spelled backwards! This is their kingdom!
Boba Fett and Pile of Shite are on the bridge with the captain. There's a hilarious 3D rendering on the computer of the Seabourn Legend. We hear the horn blow.
How old do you think Jason Patrick is here? I had like a 30-year range that I would believe.
38.
30-year range?
25 or 55, I couldn't tell.
He has an unmoving face. His face doesn't move.
And here in LA, if you have a moving face, that's Botox, and it's usually an older face.
In 1997?
Well, no, I don't know if Botox was around then.
Are you 21st centurying this situation here?
Well, in LA, it's Botox. In the case of Jason Patrick, though, it's just called this, what's the name of that? Ass on, that's what it's called.
You were ass on trying to pretend you were coming up with something.
Oh, the fake snapping. Look at that.
Yeah. All right, we get a size doesn't matter joke.
Big enough for you?
She has love boat fever. I don't know.
Reference.
His hiding an engagement ring is insane. It's in a little velvet bag.
Pouch?
He takes it out right in front of her.
Just get the traditional wedding ring box.
So here's my thing. I thought that this whole trip was going to turn out to be actually a front. Like he's actually infiltrating something. It took me a while to realize that was an engagement ring. I thought it was like the secret earpiece that was going to let him know when the bad guys were showing up or whatever.
Amin was so thrown that it wasn't Keanu Reeves. He assumed that Jason Patrick was bad.
You knew nothing about this movie.
Nothing. I just knew it was on a boat.
I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat!
That's so awesome.
I thought it was a speedboat, to be honest with you.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't know it was on a cruise ship. I thought it was on a speedboat.
But it's called cruise control.
That has nothing to do with cruise ships.
Way less dramatic if it's just the two of them on a speedboat.
Pretty crappy cruise ship.
That's what I wanted to ask you, Billy. Is this a bad cruise ship?
Bad cruise ship.
But would it have been good in 97?
Even in 97, I feel like, you know what that cruise ship reminds me of? That reminds me of like a super exclusive, rich cruise ship you would probably own the cabin on, and that it's always going around the world. And it's like there's only 200 people that can be on that cruise at any given time. If you look at it, there was like 4 decks. It was a glorified yacht almost. Now it was in 97.
But there's a casino, Billy.
There is a casino, and then there is the latest technology of a video wall of 30 zeniths all together with each other.
I love a TV bank.
Yeah?
Love a TV bank, yeah.
Fantastic Cinephobe staple.
He put on his finger for some reason.
That was strange. I think they even hugged with him wearing it.
Reckless.
It's a really cheap looking ring. Now, in retrospect, looking at it.
I mean, he's a cop.
He's on the Suicide Squad. You just told us the checks are bigger. That's why you do it.
LA's expensive, man.
Yeah, taxes.
Yeah, taxes are terrible here. Like, you don't get it.
Okay, you know what? How about not spending tickets on cruises and shit like that? How about that?
He's going to propose. He's trying to make it nice, you know?
Yeah.
7 months.
Do that at the Getty Museum.
They flew across the country then because they were in California and then flew all the way across the country to end up in the Caribbean.
Sounds like he's got a lot of disposable income to me, boys.
A lot of people clapping off beat here.
Awful white people dancing. Yeah. Carlinhos Brown, the Brazilian singer, singing his ass off.
How high is the waist on the Green Goblin, aka GG?
No, that was a style back then.
I know, but it's still a pretty high waist. Also, all right, and even I'm uncomfortable with this note. Sandy's cute, man. She might not have cheeks, but she's definitely cute. I don't know why. I know why. I was drinking when I watched this movie.
Well, and you're a misogynist, yeah.
Enamorada.
I hate Alex's California Hawaiian shirt, complete with Golden Gate Bridge on it.
I like it.
Things made out of cardboard. You want a shuffleboard then room, or room then shuffleboard?
Willem is putting the moves on her, man.
Pimping.
Ocular pat down. Yeah. He is staring at her exclusively.
His name is Geiger? GG. Green Goblin. Geiger.
Alex notices everything because he's like a super cop.
That's weird.
He trusts his intuition, Zach.
He's such a sucker.
Because it's weird that Geiger doesn't care about golf despite asking about his clubs because he's not paying attention to the Players' Championship on TV.
It is the Players' Championship. That's a major tournament.
No, but think about this. It would be like if this girl met you, Zach, and said, no, he loves basketball, and Lakers Celtics from Saturday was on the TV and you weren't watching it. It doesn't mean I'm glued to the fucking TV.
You can play golf without watching golf.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
Here's the weird thing. He's very good at reading Geiger, not as good at reading Sandy, who he thinks will accept his proposal, who then makes it pretty clear in a little bit she has no interest in marrying him.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
You can be great at your job and have troubles in your personal life.
She wants to boogie. He doesn't boogie.
Mm-hmm.
Stiff as a board.
So then she's like, all right, let's go dance. And as they walk, they zoom the fuck out from the ship. And I said, this is creative filmmaking to not actually show them dancing. Because I kept watching them and they're just walking through the crowd. They're never actually dancing.
She bopped a little bit, but he's
holding her hand and he's just walking.
Yeah.
That's one of the highlights of the cruise is when you're leaving and it's like, let me go dance. Like, I'm not a dancer, but F it. I'll go dance. I'm never going to see these people again.
International waters, no rules.
Exactly. Time to party.
I'm on a boat and it's going fast and I got an article theme, pass me the Afghan. I'm the king of the world on a boat like Leo. If you own the show, then you show not me-o. Get the fuck up. This boat is real. Fuck land, I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Fuck trees, I climb buoys, motherfucker. I'm on the deck with my boys, motherfucker. The boat engine make noise, motherfucker.
Got the Green Goblin in the bathroom, and I said, pre-9/11 security measures. But then I thought, wait, is boat security like airport security, Billy? Do they search a bunch of shit?
Well, boat security is because you have to, if you want to bring drinks, because drinks are very expensive on cruises, people sneak them in all kinds of things. Like they'll have them in shampoo bottles and stuff like that. It's very serious. They'll take things out of your bags and confiscate them for the weekend or the week or whatever, and then return them to you when you're leaving.
What about weapons, though?
Well, okay, that's a good question.
They're fine with weapons, but no drinks. You got to pay for those.
They don't want you to bring on bombs on cruises for sure. They don't want you to bring on guns or weapons. Now, you'll see, because it happens in the movie, I remember as a child going on cruises where activities included skeet shooting off the side of a ship. Shotguns on a ship was a thing for a long time.
That's crazy because I thought, wow, what a lazy way to get guns on this ship. In terms of the script writing and everything, I can't believe that was real.
No, that was real. Skeet shooting was a thing that you can do on cruise ships for the longest time. And half joking, I wonder if that ended because of the fact that it was shotguns or if it ended because of the fact that the clay discs were falling in the ocean and we were hurting the animals.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that. That's a good point. Leech therapy, huh?
Wake up, boys.
He's got leeches. He's got explosives in his golf clubs. He removes the head of the clubs. Golf balls are clearly weapons, too.
Connects everything to a fiber optic converter and two NEC Versa 6000H laptops. It's a lot of NEC product placement so far.
This is a chunky ass laptop, boy.
That thing's got to be 25 pounds. Easy.
It's got to be 20 CB is what it's got to be.
His keyboard tapping means absolutely nothing.
No, he was great at it. Ass off.
He's acting his ass off, but it's not doing anything on the screen.
Nope.
Enhance.
Cut to dinner. A fat couple is trying to talk about nutrition.
Fat is your friend.
See, the misconception is that fat is bad. In order to lose fat, you shouldn't eat fat. Well, guess what, guys?
False. Your body's just a giant computer.
See, if you don't eat fat, your body's central mainframe goes, whoa.
Whoa.
Better keep whatever fat I've got. So you see, we at Fat Busters, well, we say fat is your friend.
Oh, yeah.
Once I saw that UB40 was playing, I stopped paying attention to what they were talking about.
This whole band is white and playing reggae. Who are they? UB40? And then a little bit later I said, wait, is this actually UB40?
Golden Dumpster nominee. Yeah. Alex notices there's a girl. Wait, are you supposed to say hearing impaired? Can I say, I don't know what you can, hearing impaired girl. Supercharge that. We've got a multi-million-dollar jewelry collection being displayed.
Why?
I wonder if that's going to come into play later.
First of all, definitely supercharge this part.
Oh, God.
Great job by the filmmakers to have drape over. Billy, I don't know if you know this. I have a theory that hearing impaired people, as God's cruel joke, always have massive. They always have.
Yep, frame that face. He's clutching his lips shut. He's self-supercharging.
That's a take.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers, San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers.
As soon as I found out that she was hearing impaired, all right, let's see these touche filmmakers. You got me there. Would you like to take a peek at a multi-million-dollar jewelry collection? I wouldn't give a shit. These people are all going crazy.
I like shiny things.
They're trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Somebody buys it. We also get a great cutaway to a couple.
Maybe we should get you a little something.
I'll take a Camel unfiltered.
Honey, aren't you wearing the nicotine patch?
The only way that patch is going to help me is if I roll it and smoke it.
Lung darts, heaters, Sugats.
UB40 is crushing right now, by the way. I was really enjoying them.
They changed songs. It's a little medley here. Tell, is it true?
I got very excited when I realized it was UB40.
Alex knows sign language. He's signing with the girl.
That was just to make him likable, right?
I think so, yeah.
We don't really know much about him that we like so far. He's just this hothead cop, and it's like, oh, he has like a heart of gold.
He wanted to learn another language.
She's creepy.
Let me tell you what she is. She's offbeat like Zach trying to say ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Dad tells her not to bunny hop at the sock hop.
She says that their kids will be beautiful, and she's like, can you picture me as a mom? And I thought, nah, probably not.
Just don't drive the carpool.
Blindside. She has to adopt. What is Jason Patrick wearing? It's like a denim shirt.
Cruise wear.
But it's unbuttoned. He's got a tie, but it's loosened.
Casual.
No, the untied tie is a great look, though.
With a denim shirt?
Well, I don't know about a denim shirt. I'm just saying I like the untied tie. That's a good look.
Zach, you got to wear that on the train.
A denim shirt with an untied tie?
Are you going on a train?
Amin wants to take a train from LA to New Orleans and watch movies the whole time and sleep in the same cab together and everything.
A sleeper car, like the old times when train travel was train travel.
Like you were like a president running for office and you made stops in the different towns.
Yes.
Why?
See, I told you Billy gets it.
But why?
It's a great question. Because we watch Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West had a train in it.
That's when he got the inspiration.
Oh, I like that.
See?
Train month.
Yeah, but he likes it because he's not going to join us on the trip.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
As the newlyweds are trying on a necklace, Dante is busting his ass trying to sell more pictures.
Oh, picture trick. I'm on a boat, bitch.
Oh, man, Dante's a hustler. This kid's going places. He's fantastic.
There's some bizarre waitress banter. Is Sandy a waitress?
The baby menu metaphor had me lost.
It's bad flirting.
Is it flirting?
So can I order a la carte? I don't know if you're sitting in my section or not. I requested this table. Are you a good tipper? Depends on the service. Well, it's always service with a smile for you. How about at every meal? Are you being serious right now?
What are they talking about?
Is that his proposal?
I guess so.
I have the sense that it's not good sex between them, and she's made some comments about size not mattering.
Oh, that's definitely clear.
There are some issues in the bedroom with the two of them. I don't think they can make a kid.
Damn.
I was distracted by Harvey, the dinner guest.
Harvey from Fat Busters.
Oh, I love Harvey.
Great mustache on Harvey.
Harvey's the moth guy that bought the coach from Kramer in Seinfeld.
Yep.
Yeah.
That then ruined his shop. He's the Amco guy from Curb.
Yep.
And he's the peanut vendor in Austin Powers.
Nuts! Hot, salty nuts!
Now he's seasick. Meanwhile, Willem lurking in the bowels of the ship. He knows the codes for all the access rooms. He sets off a valve that sounds an alarm and allows him to hack into the engine room valve control system. He goes into the bridge pretending to be drunk.
Ass all the way off.
Geiger, ass off.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You can't be here right now.
Huh?
Sir?
I must be lost. I saw the lights, thought this was the casino.
Please don't touch those! Okay.
Sure could use a drink. Any you gambling men?
Oh, sir!
Help the gentleman up, please.
Okay, sir, come on. Let's get him up.
Sir, may we perhaps assist you to help find your cabin?
I know where it is. I know what I'm not one of. You guys just watch where you're going.
We'll do just that.
The drunk hand where he goes, like he knocks the thing off.
Any of you gambling again?
Boba Fett helps him up and says, let's get you back to your room. You're no good to me, did.
He puts a listening device under the desk. He's fantastic. He leaves. He breaks into the comms room. He's leaving explosives in there. He goes back to his room. Everything's hooked up. He's able to hear them on the bridge. Meanwhile, Annie taking care of Alex. There's puke all over that champagne bucket.
Disgusting. And over the sheets.
I thought he was pouting. Oh, I guess I'm seasick now. No, he was really seasick.
She's watching Lolita.
Easy, Maze. Think about this. This little girl has a crush on him in this movie, and they decide, you know what he should be watching as he's puking into this bucket? Lolita.
Well, he's not watching it. She's watching it.
Yeah, he's not watching. He's going through it. Willem is in the tub putting leeches on himself. I could not do that.
Time for group therapy, boys.
I wouldn't trade you for all the doctors in the world. I said, tension?
You take care of me. I'll take care of the ship.
What was Willem suffering from? Because he said that he had health things, and that's why we will later find out why he's doing what he's doing.
Copper poisoning or something?
Yeah, copper poisoning.
What the fuck is copper?
Common disease of 1997.
From working next to computers.
We all have it. We don't know it.
Is that why we have blue light glasses now? Leeches help with that?
I think that's exactly the correlation, yeah.
Huh.
They clean the blood or something? I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Doctors told me I had a couple years to live. These bad boys will give me more. Some stupid thing like that. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Tom Brady's using leeches.
Now he's skeet shooting. He loves it, man. He's so happy to be skeet shooting. It woke up Annie. Now that can't be possible, right? That their room is so close to this that the gunshot on a loud cruise, like I'm assuming cruises are loud. It's a giant ship.
Yeah. If you're like in a low deck towards the front of a cruise ship and you're anchoring, you'll hear the anchor. It'll wake you because it's loud as hell.
Okay.
I guess maybe you could hear a gun if you're like one of the top deck. I don't know. Why do you need to go skeet shooting, though? He's such a cop. He needs to do it.
He's such a cop that he's always got to train.
It'd be better than shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard's dope. I like shuffleboard.
Yo, shuffleboard's super fun.
I don't like the shuffleboard, Zach, that they have now. Shuffleboard, you need a wood deck of like a ship, or you need a concrete surface. The rubberized, like, you know, those fake basketball courts that they have?
Yeah.
They have shuffleboard courts like that. Those suck. There's too much friction.
That's terrible.
Yeah, not good.
She's mad that he left the bed. She likes that he got sick, likes taking care of him. She thought he was going to ask her, and then starts rambling about not knowing his badge number, so they don't know each other.
She said, I don't know what your cock number is. I said, cock number?
Cop.
Cock's in the machine. What's the point of this scene?
They have commitment issues.
Oh.
That's all it is. Ashton the bellhop, this guy's amazing. He barges into Willem's room with towels, sees all the equipment. We get a little banter about who had the do not disturb or the make up the room, please.
Ashton actually is him.
And Willem knocks him out with a golf club. Now he's wearing his uniform on the ship.
Wasn't his. He got a different uniform somehow.
Oh.
Ashton didn't have the shoulder pads. Captain's in a tux, wonders what's up.
So do you have to go meet the captain? Is that like a thing on cruise ships?
Does the captain really have fucking social functions? Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's always a captain's night. But cruise ships now run themselves, right? You have like a course that it runs on and it's super simple.
Thanks to Willem Dafoe.
This movie taught me that, yeah.
Especially week-long cruises. They'll have a captain's night where like you can go take a picture with the captain and do whatever.
Why?
They make appearances from time to time. I don't know, because they're important or something.
They're celebrities? You go on a cruise ship, you're like, oh, we got this captain again. Like, that's amazing.
All right. If you go on a cruise for a week, you're like in your own little world and you'll have your cruise celebrities, right? You have the captain, the king or queen of the cruise celebrities, right?
Quality.
The next one is
UB40,
the cruise director. The one that is there to do all the activities by the pool and the shows at night.
That sounds like an awful job.
Yeah, she introduces the jewelry people.
There's an assistant cruise director on most cruises. Then the shows that are there. So you'll see like the dancers or like, this is the cruise's comedian. Oh my God, this is the guy that plays the piano. What's he doing at this island that we're on? Why did he get off the ship? There's little celebrities within every cruise that you'll run into. But the captain is like, whoa, captain, you know?
We hear that they're 4 degrees off course. They can't get the autopilot to go down. Willem knows everything that they're going to say in this conversation.
He's so proud of himself.
We tried, sir. The autopilot won't go down. But Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
Get it, Zach? Because he's Boba Fett.
They believe it's human error.
Mainframe diagnostic, all normal, human error.
Alex shows up to the room in a tux and some low-top Converse.
She's listening to a weird reggae version of I'll Be Watching You.
This is how Zach is going to propose one day because he thinks it makes him quirky. Showing up with a tux and Chuck Taylor's on.
He didn't want to go in Chuck Taylor's. He had to because he told them at the store size doesn't matter and they disagreed with him.
Callback.
That dude is terrible sex life.
Doing your own nails, particularly doing your toes. 20th century, bitch, right? Like that doesn't happen anymore.
I don't know if that's true.
Women sitting there like painting their toenails, that doesn't happen.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with you assuming what women do.
Yeah.
Text Beetle.
Also, there's a beauty salon on board, so real broke boy behavior from Sandy Bullock here.
She shakes the box. Have you ever received a present, shook the box? I wouldn't do that. You don't know what's in there. It could break something. I think that's a violent way of receiving a gift. He says, I'd like to boogie with you. Captain walks up to Willem on the deck. Willem almost hits him with a swinging light. Crazy eyes.
This is a ridiculous reveal.
Did you check the mainframe? 20th century.
And then it's time for some villain motivations position.
Spent a great many years developing computer systems for these cruise lines, including this baby. And then I got tossed away.
Pushed away.
And he's just like, what are you talking about? That's a great question.
He's ass off for this exposition, though. I don't know what he's talking about, but
I assume that they knew each other.
Why wouldn't that be the way they did this?
Right.
Why wouldn't they make it so that I have a personal grudge against you, Captain, and I'm going to make this thing crash and make it seem like it's your fault? Nope. The captain's like, Tommy Lee Jones, I don't care. You losing your job has nothing to do with me, and I'm about to die because of it?
That's what really infuriates me. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I was like, okay, that's true craziness. He's nuts.
One thing that Below Deck has taught me, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Below Deck, probably not.
Oh, but I'm interested.
The stripes that you have on your shirt signifies your rank. So when Willem's running around and he has 4 stripes, that would signify that he's the captain.
Oh.
So the captain should immediately realize there should not be someone else with 4 stripes on this vessel, as should everyone else who sees him running around, especially the people that work on the ship. They should know that's not the captain. He should not have 4 stripes. This doesn't make sense. Also, it's a tiny ship. I don't know how it is that the cabin steward went missing for 3 days and no one noticed that he was gone. I don't know how it is that you can have people running around dressed as though they work on the ship when you think there's probably like 20 employees of this ship. How could they pretend to be some of them?
Most of them are in the engine room.
When he went into the engine room and made the distraction, all 3 people went and took care of it. So I don't think this is the most competent staff.
Rank talk back on Cinephobe. Seaman recruit, seaman apprentice, seaman.
He hits the captain in the chest with the light and it dazes the captain?
Yeah. He's bending backwards over the railing. Traditionally speaking, isn't it true that the captain goes down with the ship?
Flips him over, falls into the ocean. Captain ass off.
Wow.
Crazy facing his ass off. Willem Dafoe.
Then he takes a picture with 2 women from Dallas.
Yeah.
And it starts raining.
21st century, man. They took a selfie.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that.
Dante, missed opportunity for my man right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this just in from Michelle Beadle. Honestly, I actually hate getting my nails done, but feet definitely easier than hands. I used to do them all myself until about 2 years ago. But in LA, all me.
That's confusing. That's a confusing answer.
Yeah, very. We're not going to Beadle anymore for any consultations.
No. Time for a nice dinner. Alex sees the girl and she's dressed like she's...
Oh.
Supercharge that.
Dad says without the jacket, her dress is not appropriate. Then he says, you look like a clown.
Yeah.
That's a dad.
She throws a jacket at him.
Clown question, bro.
Dad's an asshole. But also, what in the jailbait is happening here?
Just let her go. She'll be back.
Yep.
It's a cruise.
Why is this a plot line?
We needed stakes. We artificially create circumstances where Jason Patrick has to be a hero.
He's a cop. Why wouldn't he be a hero anyway? Why does he need to be a sexual attraction from this child in order for there to be stakes for him to save her?
I don't know. I mean, the 90s.
Back to Willem in his room. Sets a timer for the engine to shut down in 10 minutes. This causes an earthquake?
Dude.
In the engine room?
Why does it take 10 minutes for the engine to shut down? Why wouldn't it just shut down?
Well, it's a big engine.
Harvey's wife screamed, "It's an earthquake," to which he replied, "It can't be, we're at sea." So it was not an earthquake.
That's true.
Harvey's smart.
Also, my note at this point, the first half hour of this movie flew by.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, because nothing happened.
I felt like I was cruising.
Oh, tension. Derek?
Andy and Alex are dancing. She says it seems too perfect.
Tamia's singing.
They've got a good entertainment situation.
Yeah.
This is the note where I wrote we should have had her on instead of Billy as the guest. Sorry, Billy.
I wouldn't disagree.
They're dancing, they're having this conversation, and then all of a sudden, there's this huge explosion. And Sandra Bullock says, "Keep dancing." And I said, "Keep dancing," in the same way that Frank Isola said, "Hang tough."
Hang tough.
There's an explosion on a boat.
She handles her trauma pretty well, right? Because when bad things start happening again, she just goes, "Oh no, not again."
Ass off for Tamia, looking really surprised as she looked around.
Yeah.
I thought she did an amazing job of that. And ass off for Boba Fett, who says, "Find Captain Solo and put him in the cargo hold." Because they're looking for the captain. Everything's, like, by the way, the way they show shaking is just by shaking the camera.
It's the camera. It's terrible.
The camera.
I'm so glad Billy's not a Star Wars person.
I mean, the shaking is going to keep happening
Yes.
for the rest of the movie. That might be the Horseman, actually. Camera shaking.
Parkinson's.
Oh, my God.
Lights are crashing all over the dance floor. Andy's like, "This is my vacation, damn it."
And that's the point when I said, I don't think this is a regular person here.
What do you mean regular person?
That Sandy might be a bingo.
Okay.
Based on
all of this calamity is happening on a boat in the middle of the
I'm
ocean.
going to save you and cut you off and ask a different question. I thought it was really weird for Alex to say, "I had nothing to do with this." There's an explosion and rattling and an earthquake at sea, and he has to clarify that this isn't me. Why would this be him?
Maybe he's trying to settle because she was saying that she broke up with Keanu because there's too many hectic things in his life. So he's
Sure.
like, "This has nothing to do with me."
3 days ago, she thought he worked at the beach.
Yeah.
Drinking lemonade. Shit's exploding in the engine room. There's stuff on fire. I don't think this is how any of this would go, but I'm not an engineer. The shutdown is complete.
If all the engines are shut down, how is this speed? This should be called slow.
Well, the propeller's still on.
Shouldn't be called stop or float? No? Okay.
That's when the cruise director gets on the mic. It's only a minor incident. Everything will be back to normal in a few moments. Why do I really not believe her right now?
Scottish worker screaming on the phone. They can't reach the engine control. They're looking for the captain. That's when Willem calls the bridge.
Mr. Giuliano, it looks like the Seabourn Legend isn't faring too well. I advise you to start the evacuation procedure. And Mayes, I need you to clip in Jerry Seinfeld saying,
Who is this?
because the way Boba Fett is just like, "Who is this?" Explosions are happening. Boat's about to sink. This guy says, "I advise you to start evacuating." And he's like, "Who is this?"
The captain is dead. You are the captain now.
Willem, what was his goal? in this? Was it just to steal the diamonds?
Go ahead and ask it, Billy. What's the end game, Spence?
Okay, everyone's dead.
He didn't want hostages. He was fine letting everybody leave the ship. So would he just want to steal the diamonds for money? But he's dying. What does he need a ton of money for?
More leeches. You know how many leeches you can buy with all those diamonds?
That's true.
He'd live forever.
He sets off all of these bombs over the ship. When he does, Boba Fett is on the phone, and the look on his face completely ass off as he whispers, "What the hell do you think you're doing?"
Boba Fett only has maybe 3 lines, so this is gonna be an impressive bit.
You like him because he's in Star Wars.
Wait till you see my ass off nominees at the end of this movie.
Oh, God.
Leeches are kind of expensive.
Are they?
Aren't they?
Welcome to Cinephobe.
I'm trying to see what a leech costs. This one says VIP customers. I don't know what that means.
Ooh.
That's Willem Dafoe.
70 leeches for $890.
Do you have to buy them in packs of 70?
You could buy 9 leeches for $132, 11 for $199, 22 for $260 seems reasonable, but these look like different types of leeches. Or 50 for like $490. It seems like leeches are between $10 and $15 a leech, if I'm doing my math right. Oh, wow. 600 leeches for $4,600.
Wow.
But it's on sale. It used to be $5,600.
That's a good deal then.
I have a leech person if you guys are interested.
Do you think Tony has a better leech person?
Of course. Tony is a better everything. Yeah.
I'm looking at this from June 2022, and it says Leach has completed 2 years of his initial 4-year deal with the Bulldogs, which he earns roughly $5 million annually.
Different Leach.
Too soon.
Yeah, it's too soon.
It's a good note.
Oh, that's right. He died. I forgot.
That should be a fine.
Drew's in the elevator, gets stuck there, and Geiger says, "Oops, see what you made me do?"
He's blowing up more areas of the ship. Gas is heading into the hallways. Will is containing all the fires. He'll set them off without hesitation.
Golden dumpster for this whole scene. This is great acting between the two of them.
He says the ship's going to stop in 3 minutes. They have 15 minutes to evacuate. Ring the alarm or he'll burn it down. And he does. Alarm sounds. They're evacuating. Annie doesn't think this makes sense. Mom's worried about her kid.
The mom says, "She can't hear this."
Dog, I laughed so hard on my flight.
She can't hear the announcement.
She can't.
This is what Zach thought was going to be my golden dumpster. It has to be.
Nope, not there.
There's something more. Wow.
Intuitive Alex smells sulfur coming out of the vent. That's odd.
As people are trying to evacuate to life rafts, they get trapped in the hallways, and the parents are looking for their kid, and they run right by the elevator as she's banging on it.
Irony.
Now who can't hear?
Wow.
Still Drew.
Alex says that this seems odd. He's going to investigate. He tells Annie to follow the crew.
What seems odd?
The sulfur.
Same note too, Sandy. Like, what could he possibly think he could do in this situation? You're a cop.
You're about to see it.
So he walks into with the Scottish guy. He's like, "Sir, get yourself to a lifeboat. Take it easy, man. I'm LAPD.
What? You're what?
What is that?
He wants to know if the fires have been confirmed. He doesn't believe they're fires. Willem's in the vault. He's getting the diamond collection. Apparently, Amin missed this.
Missed it completely.
And he sees the parents arguing about leaving without the kid. Alex runs up to them, finds out the kid isn't on the raft. He tells Mr. Giuliano, and he says, "About these fires, something strange. Your board's all lit up. This is definitely a sulfur-based smoke, which makes no sense."
Same note, too.
He's like, "Just get on the fucking boat."
That's really the thing. He's like, this guy gave me 15 minutes to save everyone. Get on the boat.
Yeah.
Let's get off of this ship.
Guy? What guy? What guy?
That was great. That was great.
He's so ass on. Jason Patrick is terrible at this.
The guy that was hitting on my girlfriend?
Willem locks the coordinates for the ship's destination. It starts propellers back up. Life raft starts to fall for a bit. This scene is long.
Yeah, this is a big set piece, man.
My note was, what is this movie? This is so boring.
Ooh.
I hope they all drown.
I hope they all drown was your note.
Yeah. Why did you pick this, Zach?
Well, because Billy likes cruises.
I hope you drown too.
I'm a great swimmer. I can swim the ocean. I'm not worried about it.
If you're keeping track at home, Zach claims to be a great swimmer. He loves to cook, and he likes putting together IKEA furniture. That's Zach Harper.
I'm great at putting together IKEA furniture.
Broke boy, permanent renter, still buying furniture from IKEA.
No, I put it together for other people.
TaskRabbit.
If you fell off a boat in the middle of the ocean, how long could you survive for?
The problem is I don't know what the shark situation is, right?
Assuming no sharks.
Yeah, no sharks.
Assuming no sharks, I think I could survive a couple weeks.
Weeks?
A couple.
That's ridiculous.
What are you eating? What are you drinking?
I'll catch some fish.
But you're just out there. You don't have...
I'm a great fisherman.
How?
While you're to add that on?
While you're swimming?
I'll dive in. Grab a fish.
Barehand it.
Sashimi?
And just bite it?
Yeah.
Bite into it like Gollum.
With your mouth.
Raw and wriggling.
Yeah, why isn't this a thing? You guys could do it too.
No, I can't. I give myself 15 minutes and then it's done.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a decent swimmer, but yeah, 15 minutes.
Is that because of boredom?
You get bored, so you decide to die?
I'm over this.
Waves will overtake me. I just feel like I can't do this.
Here's the thing about this whole scene. It's not very interesting.
No.
The action's not very good.
No.
The only time that I really liked it is when Dante got involved.
Yes. Dante is great.
Dante all of a sudden's a superhero.
Yeah, but also gives us all the comic relief black guy lines. What you mean take my vest off?
The safety vessel starts getting lowered, but the 15 minutes has run out. So now, for some reason, you can't lower it while the ship's moving. So now it's askew. Half of it has gone down and the other half is up.
Well, they try to bring it back up and the winch must be jammed. And Drew's mom is panicking. She tries to climb out, which unbalances it.
Yeah.
Gets people thrown to their death.
No, it's all my fault.
Then her husband says that it's not her fault. It definitely is her fault.
Yeah.
100%.
No one cared about those people. They just let them die.
Yep.
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, boy.
Like Jason Patrick.
We get a slow motion Jason Patrick jump onto the sopping wet boat.
Oh, my God.
The Carson Phillips jump.
God bless, you are nuts. Sandy's looking around. The gangbang! Get the gangbang!
What?
I don't think that's what she says.
I don't think that's what was said at all.
Oh, sorry. Gangplank. How does she know what a gangplank is?
That's a very different.
I think it's just the gangway.
Cox in the machine.
Get the gangbang. What?
What do you think you do on a gangplank?
All right. Dante is saved.
Speaking of planking, Drew is in the elevator, full extension, climbing between two walls.
Could you do this?
No.
Could you climb like that?
I don't think my back would hold up.
Billy's a yes.
I used to do it as a kid in the hallway, much to my grandparents' dismay.
But today?
We're talking about 2023.
No, but when I was her age, I could do it.
I could do it when I was a kid. I don't know about now.
I'm asking, could you do it now?
How about this situation? I could do that before I could survive weeks in the middle of the ocean with no equipment.
Zach said 2 weeks.
2 weeks. No problem.
Could you open a trap door with your face?
See, that's the thing. The hatch is the tough part.
If I were to ever climb out of the escape hatch of an elevator, I know that the elevator would immediately turn on and either go up really quick and crush me or go down really quick. And I would be like the Wile E. Coyote where like my body stays there for a moment.
Yeah.
And then I look at the camera and then just plummet to my death.
They get everybody off the raft. The situation is on the bridge. Willem is stealing the jewelry.
Sandy was very calm, by the way, while she was standing on the gangway. Her voice was carrying perfectly. She wasn't even really raising her voice and screaming, but everyone could kind of hear it in all the chaos. She was talking pretty calmly.
She's very poised.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Giuliano notices they're heading straight for the cliffs next to the harbor of St. Martin.
Pile of shite thought that it was a fog bank, but it's not moving. It's called land.
Buster Bluth.
He's taking us to the cliffs right next to the harbor. We're no use to us did. Ass off.
Alex walks in, wants to know how much time they have. Alex wants to find a transmitter. How is he transmitting the fires?
Fires don't exist. They're not real. Small canisters, stun grenades. Probably put them in the air ducts. They're small. They roll. And then he finds some bounding balls that are sitting on the console. Like these. Golf balls. Golf balls. Geiger!
Finkel Einhorn. Finkel Einhorn. Finkel is Einhorn.
He wants the skeet guns. They grab the guns. They search Geiger's room. They hear someone in the closet, and it's Ashton, the pizza delivery boy from the beginning of the movie. The Scotsman can't override the laptop. Alex sees the bathtub of leeches. We have a very sick boy.
What the hell?
Willem talks to them on the radio. Says, you think I'd be doing this if I had my health?
First mention of that, right?
Yes.
What the fuck plot line is this?
Alex saying, it ends now. No one talks like that.
I know who you are. I know you too. You look a little wet.
How does he know who Jason Patrick is?
Because he saw him. He was watching him and watching Sandy.
He's watching him right now.
That doesn't mean he knows him.
Yeah, by name too, Alex.
And also, they fired me because I was sick. Because of his copper disease?
Yeah.
This is a movie about universal health care.
That they gave him, by the way. Just sue this company.
Yeah, that's all you had to do.
They got you sick and they fire you.
He's cutting out the lawyer fees.
97 people were suing everybody.
To be fair, Aaron Brockovich still hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, but that was like hot McDonald's coffee time.
Yes, exactly.
It's another big chunk of villain motivation's position. Designed the autopilot system, and then he didn't retain any creative rights on that because his company sold it off to every shipping line in the world. But when he got sick, they fired him.
What?
I had no defense. They just threw me away. But now I have a more aggressive defense system.
Why did he write goodbye Alex on the screen? He didn't need to do that.
Trying to get him to lean in and look at it and then blow up his face.
Maybe that's what it was. He blows up the laptops in the room.
But it tipped him off, and then he like knew, let me jump.
Tell me, Alex, did you ever have a false sense of security? Nothing secure, Alex.
That whole thing happens and Alex goes, odd.
That was odd.
What?
That's his catchphrase. Intuition. It's odd.
Giuliano still isn't convinced Alex is useful. Same. Alex will find the engine control on his own. That can't be easy to do. Could you go find the engine control room on a cruise ship?
Absolutely not. And by the way, we're coming up on that scene, which is the most ridiculous scene of all. But Boba Fett asks him, what kind of cop are you? You're going to get us all killed. I said, 1, he's a terrible cop, Boba. A terrible cop. And 2, we're no use to us did.
Yeah, we're into repeats because there's only so many lines.
He only has like 3 lines in all of Star Wars. So.
And he's searching for the kid, and Dante's just taking pics of her?
Dante!
Oh, picture trick. I'm on a boat, bitch.
He takes pictures the entire movie in a crisis.
Question, how do you find a deaf person? Why are you guys so uncomfortable, man?
And he makes her way down from hearing the banging below.
It's a serious question. How do you do it? I mean, I know you're searching, you're looking, but you can't call their names. What do? You like tap the ground?
Billy's never going to accept another invite on this show.
Imagine if he had done Mr. Magoo, by the way.
They hear the couple that got trapped behind the fire doors, including the Fat Busters and Tamia.
Trying with it. Is there a little girl in there? Drew?
No, there's no little girls, just big women.
Excuse me?
I mean, normal-sized women. Come on, get us out of here, will you?
That was weird. Everybody needs to take off their clothes to stop this smoke from coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the solution, but okay.
Ass off for Tamia.
Why isn't she taking anything off? Because I'm not wearing underwear.
Oh.
Ass off for Harvey.
He went to another dimension when he thought about that.
Sandy finds a chainsaw, then a bigger chainsaw. This will do.
Why are there chainsaws on a cruise ship?
That's not standard. To clarify that, I wanted to tell you that when we were talking about shotguns, but I knew we'd get to it.
There's no way.
I've never seen a closet full of chainsaws on a cruise that anyone can just open and find chainsaw options.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Where did the buzzsaw come from? That was my note.
Multiple chainsaws, because the first one wasn't going to be good enough. Amin's bored with this movie as we were talking about it.
I mean, like, it's...
Alex and the Scotsman reach the control room. The Scotsman is a navigator. He's not familiar with other equipment.
I see. Are you familiar with this? And he starts bashing the computer.
They might need that, dipshit. What are you doing?
Why did he do that?
You like your little computers now?
It was weird.
They have to fool the program and slow down the ship. He says, what are you going to do? Let the air out of a tire? He wants to push buttons. All of a sudden, the guy who didn't know what any of the equipment does is like, well, that button does this, and this button does that, and that button opens those doors. Like, you know it or you don't.
All you only needed was some motivation.
It's a good movie, man. I'm sorry.
It is, man. I'm with Billy on this one.
It's a good movie.
It flies by, too. It's a quick 2 hours.
Alex wants to flood the ship to slow it down.
Right, you shut up, you shut your mouth. I never said that. If we take on too much water, we'll all go down. Somebody answer me.
Sandy almost cut off people's heads with that chainsaw.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That guy peeking through the door, she's got that thing right next to his face.
And he's very calm. He's like, can you just turn it off?
Yeah.
Get the hell away from that.
I guess this was supposed to be witty comedy right here that she forgot the chainsaw's on.
Dante kicks open the door and starts taking pictures.
Yeah.
Right back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, picture trick. I'm on a boat, bitch.
He must work on commission, right?
Has to.
Number of packages sold.
Yeah.
I think he's selling it direct. He pockets all that $35 for the mugs.
My man is selling. My man is hustling.
Also, some of this might just be for his personal scrapbook. I'm not totally sure at this point.
No, he's going to be on the cover of Forbes someday.
But you got to think, too, there's a disaster happening. Like, this is a huge event. I can document this. Every newspaper, magazine will want these photos.
Yep.
Shout out to Dante.
Alex wants to know what the holdup is. He's like, look, I've never let 1 million gallons of water into a ship before. Give me a second. I thought that's reasonable. They don't teach you that.
And just then, he sees her on the security camera in the room that they're flooding. Because we needed more drama.
But here comes the ocean as he goes to go find her. Water sweeps them down a hallway, pushes them to the top of a shaft. They're in a laundry service room. He puts them on the equipment, moves them away from it. The girl says to him,
In case anything happens to us, You want me to know that you love me? And that you're gonna be 15 next month.
That was really, really weird.
What the fuck?
Really, really, really weird.
And then he repeats the callback from Speed.
Relationships based on extreme circumstances, they rarely work out.
Also statutory ones.
Yeah, like,
those also don't work out.
Really, really weird.
He grabs her, he yells, "Don't let go of me." And I wrote, "Ass on." And also, what good is yelling at a deaf person?
Oh.
Like, he didn't need to yell it.
Supercharge that one.
What? Oh, no. It's what?
Yeah, supercharge that one.
This is like me saying, what good is showing a picture to a blind person?
Oh.
That's not offensive. It's just a dumb technique. What are you guys doing? Why are you guys doing this?
Do you think that letting all of that water into a ship actually slows it down? Because it seems like a really bad idea. Any amount of water seems like you're going to sink this ship.
Yeah. Also, I don't think it was a lot of water. When you really think about how big that cruise ship is, that wasn't that much. It's like 2 hallways that it fills and a shaft.
I want 0 hallways full of water on my cruise, though. Thank you very much.
I wouldn't mind 1 just to have a Titanic recreation. Here's how you train for this. But I'm a swimmer, so that's just me.
That's true. I have never been on a cruise ship that has sank before, and hopefully we'll never experience that, right?
That's good.
But if that was their approach, let's sink this ship. If they get everyone on the top deck and just kind of slowly sink the ship,
yes,
and they have those lifeboats on the side, can't you just walk off the side safely?
Yeah, unhook the lifeboats and then just go swim over to them and get in.
Yeah. But again, I've never been in that situation, so I don't know how I'd react.
Hey, Ma, if you can see me now, arms spread wide on the starboard bow. Gonna fly this boat to the moon somehow. Like Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Alex and Sandy are reunited. She wonders what's happening. We have a situation. I know we have a situation. What? Geiger's taken over. Geiger, I'm not looking at my golf game, Geiger? No. Geiger, I'm a computer psycho. Geiger, I designed all the software. And Geiger, I can blow up everything.
They're bad at nicknames. They're like basketball reference.
What about Geiger? This is awful fucking writing.
Did anyone tabulate how many times it said Geiger? Because if you did, you'd
I don't know. I thought you were the Geiger counter.
Wow. Wow. I like that one.
Yeah, that one was a good one. Mays, good job.
Fuck you.
They hear something and Alex just goes, "That's him." How do you know that? How do you possibly know that?
He's got intuition.
He told them one time.
Tells Annie to stay at the top deck. She says that he doesn't have to save the ship. He just stares at her and then runs away like a psychopath. He's chasing Willem. He's really on his ass. He catches up to him. Geiger's holding a remote. "Where's your friend Annie? She's cute."
Unnecessary.
Alex fires a warning shot at the wall.
I was just trying to make conversation.
And then he closes the door on Alex. Willem gets on the PA.
He taps on a wrist pad.
Yeah.
That has no screen and it closes the door right in front of him.
Yeah.
He is a computer psycho wizard.
It's like a QB wristband with a keyboard on it, and he just hits a bunch of letters randomly, and that knows, like, oh, let me close that exact door. It's great.
The Nintendo Power Glove.
Ooh.
It's been 4 hours and I'm still watching this somehow. Dude next to me has watched all of Whiplash and Amsterdam.
That's not true.
Alex is in the ballroom in the dark. We get more Willem being crazy.
Villain motivations position.
He's on the bank of TVs.
The irony of my situation, Alex, is that dedication to job and devotion to company was repaid with the terminal.
This bingo Alex shoots at the TV bank twice.
He thinks he's in the TV.
2 times.
He really does.
A 15-foot tall head.
See, computers generate electromagnetic fields, which over time can cause severe copper poisoning. I'm a smart guy, Alex, and even I didn't know that. I would have really appreciated some understanding from upper management, if you know what I mean.
Okay, is everybody okay?
But no.
We're fine. Yeah,
They dropped
Hey, get out of here.
They treated me like I never existed.
He chases him. Willem's laughing at him from behind a door he can't open. The definition of ass on versus ass off between these two. Willem locks him in the room with the other door. There's a bomb in there that just sets fire to the gift shop. And Alex turns on music.
Did he do that?
To like get Annie to come help him?
At one point, she said, "I know where that is."
Yeah.
I've heard that before. He's in the mall.
It was at this point I said, not a chance Amin files this movie.
Believe it or not, The phobe moment still hasn't come.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Alex notices the door is rigged to explode if he breaks through. Annie's on the other side of where it's rigged. She needs her saw.
He walks her through disarming this grenade on the door. She falls backwards and doesn't realize that she's holding it.
What happened to the grenade? Because at this point, I'm watching it late and I was in and out, and I would wake up and rewind. And also closed captioning wasn't working for me for some reason on this movie. So then I had to get like really close to the TV and do like this with my ear to see if I'm hearing the lines right. And I just forgot. What happened to that grenade?
She's holding it, gives it to Boba Fett. He deals with it.
And then it's just gone. No more grenade.
Yep, problem solved.
Good.
They should have thrown it off the side of the ship.
That's what I was thinking.
What's the opposite of Chekhov's grenade? It never went off, so we just forgot about it.
Well, at one point, it's just daytime. They just show the ship and it's morning.
Willem's notified the course of the ship was changed. Everyone gets to the top deck. They notice they're moving right to the island. Now they're cutting wires in the bridge. They start to get control again, they think, but it's actually Willem doing it. He's taking them right into an oil tanker.
Which would take 30 minutes to start their engines.
Annie gets the idea to take a wrench, dump it in the engine, and bust the transmission like a car. She's done that.
With all due respect, miss, this is not your car. This is a cruise liner. But Alex says she's right.
It's a propeller. We've got to stop. They need to wedge a steel cable into it. Alex says he'll do it. Annie says not to do it.
It's suicide. These blades are 12 feet apart. They'll suck you in and kill you. You're no use to us, did.
Oil tanker crew is doing movie trivia.
Who played the German captain in The Enemy Below? Kurt Jurgens.
Repeat offender Christoph Waltz. Also, at some point, someone mentions a serial port. 20 CB.
Is Dante still taking pics?
He's always taking pics, man. He's great.
Oh, picture trick. I'm on a boat, bitch.
The dumb guests think the oil tanker is there to rescue them because that's how that would work.
They haven't figured it out yet.
Annie's worried about the ropes and the line's not holding. There's no time, but they make it out anyway. And even though there's no time and they've got to really hurry, he starts trying to get her to memorize his badge number.
I'll be right back.
They had a kiss, too.
No time, though. They've got no time. He tries to thread the cable into the propeller. It catches him, but it pins him against the ship. Everything's tangled.
CGI propeller, bad green screen work here.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was happening. I said, I don't even know what's happening here, but he's grabbing a big, thick black rope and dude talking about he's sucking them in. And other dude is saying, come on, baby, 17-5. And then the propeller finally breaks. And I said, we built this accident. We built this accident on CG. I built this accident. We built this accident on CG. Dun, 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 dun.
Willem sees the speed is falling.
He gets another alert, says, oh no, you don't. Grabs his gun and is there where they are in seconds.
Almost instantly, yeah. He stops the winch. It pulls it off. It hits Giuliano. It flies in the ocean. It hits the propeller, and now it's free again.
CGI crash.
Giuliano's arm is fucked up.
I think I broke my arm. It's very, very badly broken.
They pull Alex back to the ship. Willem pulls a gun on Annie.
You slowed it down, but you're not going to stop him. Annie, I don't think your boyfriend appreciates the logistics involved in ramming the most automated ship in the world into a loaded fuel tanker with no set anchor pattern.
Jargon.
Let it go. Then you spend the rest of your days in some nice mental hospital, sticking leeches to your ass.
He puts the nail in the ass off coffin with this crazy face that he gives here. Amazing, iconic Willem Dafoe face.
So you met my nurses. They cleaned the copper out of my blood. Doctors gave me a couple of years to live. Those bloodsuckers might give me a few more.
Alex approves of her letting him go. He sinks down into the water. Willem is taking Annie as hostage. He asks Giuliano, you know the one-arm freestyle, don't you? And he just kicks him into the water.
This is Sparta kick.
Well, my name's Giuliano, but I'm not the mayor. When I grab the microphone, I always do it with hair. Beat, and then he says, you're my little hostage. Get down, James Brown voice.
The tanker's freaking out, headed straight to him, get the anchors up, montage of some ship stuff. Alex takes his shirt off.
Yep.
And finds another shirt. Where did he find that other shirt?
Disappointing.
Jason Patrick does not have an action hero body.
No, not at all.
He was definitely not in the gym in the weeks leading up to the shoot.
Willem ties her to the escape boat, asks, how do you like your vacation so far? Sit down.
Swear to God, I was waiting for her bingo ass to give a full Yelp review at that moment. Well, it was all right dancing, but then after that, like there's an explosion and everyone stopped dancing. I didn't really like that.
Alex gets back to the ship. The jet ski boat shoots out the back. He jumps down from like 3 decks up? Ernie! What was his plan? He would have been fucked up if he hits that boat.
I think that's what he was trying to do, though. Trying to jump right into the boat, blind.
Annie sees him land. Dante helps him back. Willem says that she doesn't want to be on that ship now. The woman who went commando wonders how this can happen on their honeymoon. And then that's when everyone realizes they're about to crash.
What's wrong with these people? I said, bitch wife in the making for sure. But at least she has some emotion to this as opposed to Sandy, who's just like, oh, come on, man. Don't ruin my vacation.
She's been through a lot of trauma, Amin. Sandy's been through a lot. Do you not see the first movie?
Ass off for Boba Fett. Alex, can you hear me? Alex, if you can hear me, I'm sorry.
Giuliano says for Alex to use the intercom, he needs him to use the bow thrusters. They go swimming underwater in the ship.
Dante is still taking pictures while they are nips deep in water.
Oh, picture trick. I'm on a boat, bitch.
The bow thrusters are 2 large wheels connected with a small shaft, and I said,
big balls, tiny dick. Size doesn't matter.
Harvey running on this ship his ass off. The ship is so close to this tanker. Alex goes up for air. He found the wheel. Now they're headed back. They take turns turning it one at a time.
We got them working in shifts.
Why did they not do that from the beginning if they knew that was an option?
Great question. Also, when they do it, why did they turn towards the tanker instead of away from the tanker?
The turn makes it look like they're aiming more towards the middle.
Yeah, they're trying to hit this thing. They're trying to sideswipe it. Which they do.
Instead of a full-on T-bone, they trade paint.
Hey, T-bone.
Really terrible effects, chaotic, shaky camera, loud noises.
Annie's cheering. He goes, impossible. No.
An American Ninja?
There's no such thing.
I don't know how oil tankers work, but I feel like a spark would be enough to light it too, right?
Oh my God. Yes.
Future callback.
There were lots of sparks, and it seemed like an explosion still could have happened.
Yeah. By the way, there's still 30 minutes left in this movie.
Oh my God.
How?
They run to the window right when a CGI anchor comes swinging around to tear through the wall of the ship like a sardine can.
Messed up that ship, man.
Sandy celebrates. I believe we have a miss. Geiger's furious.
There's a montage of people fishing, enjoying the island life. St. Martin is hopping.
Wakeboarding, scuba diving.
St. Martin's dope. Have you guys been to St. Martin?
No, I've never been.
Oh, man.
Nah, rich man, I haven't.
I've been on cruises. It's great. I think St. Martin is divided in 2. And it's both St. Martin, but it has different spellings. They also have that, and I'm sure you've seen it, that airport that's like right on the beach where the planes land.
Oh, that's that? Yes.
St. Martin looks nothing like it did in the movie, but I don't know what St. Martin looked like in 1997. But also in St. Martin's defense, they had to rebuild from the trauma that's coming their way shortly in this movie.
Well, yeah, they really had to change some things after this.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to drop the anchor, see what happens with the moving ship. It drags on the ocean floor and then just rips right out. They drop the other anchor, but it's stuck. Some scuba divers nearly get hit. The whole time, Ashton thinks he's steering the ship with the wheel.
He wants to honk the horn.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashton might be a big go.
Ashton turns into Buster Bluth pretty quickly here. Dante finds the PA, yells to everybody to move. There are no brakes. They ram a boat.
We don't have brakes. This is not a dream.
Harvey says they're mowing them down.
And there are tribal drums that are a motif, intensifying at this point.
A water skier hits the ship. That guy's dead.
Yeah.
Slow motion. Whoa, shit.
A boat flies into the pier.
How were so many people surprised by a massive cruise ship heading in their direction? It snuck up on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Pile of Shite is almost excited at the fact that they're crushing these boats and slowing down a little bit.
Why does he just keep calling out the knots? Like that's going to matter?
Speed.
Yeah. All right.
Speed is everything, Zach.
Speed's the name of the game. Someone's buying a condo. Kid says there's a big boat. A lot of big boats. The real estate agent says, cute boy. Smart of you to notice the ships. I wrote it wasn't. Kazoo, I mean.
What a dumb, pointless cutaway.
The ship is hitting the St. Martin Pier. There's a dog barking. People are diving off it. 6 knots. Alex and Giuliano fly out of the ship's windows.
They knock over a huge bottle of champagne.
And enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey! Oh, champagne!
5 knots.
Just a lot of people running away from the crashing boat here. This crash scene takes a while.
Is this the part where everyone says, oh shit?
Pretty much, yeah.
Golden dumpster, by the way.
There's a couple fucking. There's a truck full of Coca-Cola product placement that crashes right into the front of the boat.
The real estate agent's face when they see the ship is right there. Ass off. That guy's great. All right, it plows into the condo building and through it. 2 knots. Ship stops right as it rings the bell in the big tower. Is that bell tower there? Is that a real thing?
Not anymore.
I don't think so. Yeah, after the devastation of 97.
Too soon. Yeah, sorry.
Guy comes out of 7-Eleven with a big gulp, trying to get in his Chrysler convertible.
My car!
Gets crushed by the anchor.
Did you notice the houses were made of paper mache or something?
Yes.
They were falling apart very easily.
Yeah, that cut right through. For some reason, the ship tips over to the left.
But not all the way.
Why? We didn't need that.
Yeah, that happens.
Dante says, we're docked. I can't believe it. We're safe. See a sweeping shot of everybody still on the cruise ship.
Alex has to go find Annie. Cut to Glenn Plummer in a boat.
Oh, yeah. Callback because he was in the first Speed. They took his car.
Yeah, they took his Jaguar.
It's Glenn Plummer, the pizza delivery boy from the beginning of the movie. Come on, guys.
Vengeance on Marco.
Say what?
Bad luck to run ship over town.
No shit, bad luck, man. I just bought a condo here.
Boba thinks he broke his other arm. It's very, very badly broken.
It's no good to him dead.
But hey, it could be worse.
Willem tells Annie, looks like your vacation's almost over. She says, stay away from me or you're going to get murdered. I swear to God.
What are you going to do, Annie? Splash water on me?
She releases his jet ski from the boat. I'm driving now. It's my turn.
He doesn't like that. You stay with me. You're my hostage.
Alex tells Glenn Plummer he's a cop.
Need to borrow your boat. What? You got to be kidding me. This is a joke, right? You're messing with my head. Come on, man. You got to be kidding me. Can't you see I'm on a date? My name is Alex Shaw, LAPD. This is a matter of life and death. Start the boat. I'm in the Caribbean, man. What are you doing here?
Stop there, Maurice.
You know how many hours of therapy I've had because of you guys? And that shit's expensive.
The implication here is a very 20 CB. This motherfucker got to get therapy.
They're off. Annie sees signal flares. Willem's still chasing. She fires one into the air. Plummer says that this boat cost him $150K. Is that right? Is that how much boats cost?
That's cheap. Boats cost a whole lot more than that.
I didn't think it was that big, but maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that didn't seem expensive to me, but I don't know.
Sorry. Money bags over here.
I mean, I've gone to boat shows where I see like little 16-foot boats that are like guppies on the water. That one didn't look that much bigger than that one, and those are not that expensive.
Billy's our boat expert. I don't know if you know this.
I wish. I've never had a boat, nor do I think I ever will.
Never thought I'd be on the floor. It's a big blue watery road. Yeah, beside it, look at me. Never thought I'd see the day when a big boat's coming my way. Believe me when I say I bought the mermaid. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me 'cause I'm sailing on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look at the motherfucking boat. Shout-a-ee, yeah.
Willem gets back on the boat, struggles with the flare gun. Plummer's date says fireworks. Alex has to go there fast. Willem has them in a water plane.
Get as close to that plane as you can. Give me one good reason. If you don't, I'll throw you over. Okay, that's a good reason.
He's got a harpoon fishing pole.
Harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Willem says he'll let her go at about 10,000 feet. He shoots the harpoon into the plane.
Maurice mansplains that he's going to shoot the plane to his date.
She did say, to be fair. She didn't know what the hell was going on, so he did have
Oh,
to.
thank you for mansplaining to me that he needed to mansplain.
He's reeling himself in. Date says to follow him. Willem backhands Annie. She tries to climb out. Alex makes it to the plane. Willem pulls her back in. He says hi, and then the worst punch I've ever seen thrown to hit Willem. That's not an action star. Willem has to pull the plane up, just avoids the oil tanker. No, he gets pierced on a giant pole at the back.
They announced to abandon ship because it's going to blow. Sandy can't swim with her hands bound, so Alex has to go down and get her. He kisses her to give her air. Back up to the surface, they get in the boat. William Dafoe laughs hysterically as he gets electrocuted and the plane explodes. Then the whole oil tanker explodes in a massive fire cloud.
The entire tanker?
Eat your heart out, Michael Bay.
It reminded me of the Jababian in Men in Black International.
Yeah.
Who it wasn't enough to like just poison him. They also had to shoot rockets at him and grenades and all that stuff.
There is not a chance that Alex still has this ring in his pocket.
No.
After all the shit he's been through.
Is that why it's in that stupid little pouch instead of the box?
I lose my AirPods constantly.
Yeah.
It slides out of my pocket and I'm not swimming through sunken cruise ships and all that shit.
Maurice found the backpack of diamonds. Look what I found in international waters. This really is paradise.
Alex asks her if she wants to wear the ring for a while.
How long were you thinking?
50 years.
Yeah.
Can I make all the travel plans from now on? Deal.
Enter.
And we roll credits as they get back to the pier, but wait! We got another driving test. Not done yet.
Taken.
And we're not
done
is
yet.
Back.
Do you think they're still together?
No.
Really?
No.
No.
Gone too far, Billy.
There's no way.
They could have gotten Jason Patric for Speed 3, so I would say yes. He was available.
I mean, do you think they could wrestle him away from doing nothing?
Except it might not be Sandy.
Yeah, she got too big for this.
So you think that in this world, maybe they broke up and then we jump off of Sandy's character and we're following Jason Patric's character in 3?
I think so.
Oh, I like that.
That's my pitch for Speed 3 in a plane.
And he fights Keanu. She almost gets hit by a bus in this driving test. She says, sorry, Mr. Kenter. That bus was going way too fast.
Reference, same bus as the first movie.
Then we hear a crash and we get the rest of the credits.
Oh my God, I forgot I have to do a parenting. Shit. Sober up.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. In a 2000 interview, Sandra Bullock jokingly referred to this movie as the, quote, biggest piece of crap ever made.
Wow, I don't like that.
Why is that jokingly referred to it? She didn't joke. That shit's real.
No.
That was the biggest piece of crap ever made.
It's not even one of the 30 worst movies we've done on this podcast.
False.
She agreed to star in this film in order to get financing for her pet project, Hope Floats. One for them, one for you.
Good movie.
Fob.
That's a file. Harry Connick Jr., he's so charming.
Gary Oldman turned down the role of the villain and instead chose to make Air Force One.
File.
I thought you were going to say Tiptoes.
Keanu Reeves passed on the role despite a $12 million offer after reading the script.
Wow, in 1997,
Damn.
$12 million?
12 mil, damn.
What was he up to?
He would star in The Devil's Advocate, which was filmed at the same time, and subsequently toured with his band Dogstar. Reeves said that Fox was furious with his decision and released, quote, propaganda against him, falsely claiming that he turned down the role to tour with his band. Sandra Bullock was paid $11.5 million for her work.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
She was doing it as a favor to them to finance another movie.
And they were offering Keanu 12, so the pay gap.
The disparity sometimes is disgraceful.
How do you think we can move past that?
We're starting, and it has to start, and it's starting with these extraordinary actresses and brave ladies, and we as men have got to be part of it, We started it, so we have to be part of the solution.
So would you take a pay cut to kind of equal things out?
No. Pay cut? No. That's gone too far.
She didn't take a pay cut for this.
No.
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
She's like 33 or something at the time of this movie.
Yeah.
I think I'd retire. We're good.
Jason Patric only agreed to make the film contingent on some major script changes being made. However, when he eventually arrived on set 3 months later, he found that the script hadn't changed at all.
Yeah, who does he think he is?
And he was contractually obligated to make the film.
Yeah.
He found the whole experience to be thoroughly miserable and depressing.
I don't like that.
Matthew McConaughey, John Bon Jovi, Patrick Muldoon, and Christian Slater were also considered for the male lead.
John Bon Jovi?
Oh, same note too, bro.
That's a better movie.
I want to see that movie.
And Patrick used his entire salary to finance his film, Your Friends and Neighbors.
Never heard of it.
DeBont acknowledges that the movie came in over budget, but shoots down reports that the original $100 million has soared into the $135 to $160 range. The movie is on schedule. It's not out of control. When the movie wraps at the end of this month, it should come in close to $110 million, providing nothing untoward erupts. I don't understand that suspenseful ender to that.
Yeah.
The sequence where the Seabourn Legend crashes through the port is still the largest, most expensive stunt in cinema history. I doubt that.
There's no way.
It accounted for $25 million of the film's $110 million budget and cost almost as much as the entire budget of Speed. The town and ship's prow were all built life-size, then rigged so that the stunt could be filmed in sections. The 150-foot replica of Seabourn Legend's bow, referred to as the rail ship, weighed 270 tons and sat atop a set of wheels along a 1,000-foot-long track built 60 feet underwater.
Just CGI it. What are you doing?
Did you see the propeller?
We saw the CGI. It's not good. The ship's bow was powered by 4 huge diesel engines, allowing it to be driven through the set one shot at a time. Reshoots and extra takes were out of the realm of possibility and would cause the film to go over budget, as it would require rebuilding the port and repairing the ship, and as a result, every shot of the ship crashing into the port was the first and only take.
That's stressful.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much to figure out. As someone who puts together IKEA furniture, that's a tough one.
You don't break it and put it back together. That'd be going over budget.
That's true, yeah.
Siskel and Ebert were among the very few critics to give the movie a positive review. Before his death, Ebert stated that this was the review he had to defend more than any other he had written, and that it was the one most often cited as an example of him being a hack film critic.
Wow.
Woo. And finally, Sandra Bullock had a fear of water and never learned to swim.
I don't like them bashing it after it was crappy, because if it would have been like well reviewed and taken off, they would have been like, I love this movie.
Exactly.
How about take some accountability? Like, you contributed to it.
You were part of this, yeah.
You were in this movie.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem, Jason Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Whoa, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Lewis Pinnock Accent Award. You've got Pile of Shite, the Scottish Navigator.
Is he not Scottish for real?
He is Scottish for real. He's Scottish in 200 Cigarettes. And Maurice's girlfriend from the end of the movie.
The pizza delivery girl. That's all we got, huh?
Well, what about Boba Fett?
He's up there too. It's everybody doing their own accents, I believe, in this one.
Yeah, I would give it to the girlfriend at the end.
I'm with you.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen, villain motivations position, boat jargon, CGI, or camera shaking.
Oh, shakies.
I think it's camera shaking.
It's got to be shaking, man.
They do the dice thing too much on that one.
Put down, you coward.
No, oh my God, you gotta
breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Biehn Memorial Ass On Award.
Oh, this one's easy.
Jason Patrick is Alex Shaw.
Runs away with it.
Jason Patrick was the absolute worst actor in this movie.
Billy, do you have a different nominee for that?
Yeah, he wasn't great. I'm sorry, Jason.
The Scottish dude was pretty bad too, by the way.
No, get out of here, you stupid. No bad Scottish accent.
Zach's riding for all Scotsmen now.
Yeah, my people.
Billy, Zach went to Scotland over the winter break and he found himself.
Oh, I was going to ask, did you just do like a 23andMe or something?
No, I have an ancestry kit that I got to send out.
You got to be careful, man.
They tell you to spit in a tube.
Brian, spit on me. Oh, that's nice. Now tell me I'm scum.
How will that cool you off?
Spit in a tube and don't eat or drink anything 30 minutes before. That can't be science.
Would you feel bad if you find out because of the 23andMe, someone very close to you is like DB Cooper or something like that, and then they arrest that person and they're in jail forever because of you?
It's a great question.
Is it?
I'm more worried that I'm going to find out,
isn't it,
that I've got kids somewhere.
Well,
welcome to Cinephobe.
What would you do if you find that out? What's your next move?
I'd have to fake my death.
Oh.
Which is going to make this podcast tough because I'd stay on the podcast, but you know.
Yeah.
Just pretend we recorded all this stuff.
Oh, pre-recorded. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tupac method.
The timeline. It's actually happening right now.
You know how we know if you're faking your death? It's like reported Zach Harper lost at sea, didn't survive after one day.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, this guy could fucking survive 2 weeks.
Yeah, he sank immediately.
No way.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. Willem Dafoe is John Geiger. Crazy faces and all.
Sandy's good too, man.
Sandy was good.
She was off and on. She was zoning in and out. Here's my ass off nominees. I got ass off for the driving instructor.
Tim Conway.
The cop who says, "You're a madman, Alex."
No, that guy was terrible. That guy was ass on.
No, he was great.
Harvey from Fat Busters.
Yeah.
Ass off for Tamia for looking really surprised when the explosion happened. Ass off for Boba Fett.
No.
For the many, many lines. All of them.
No.
Did Dante get one?
Oh, ass off for Dante, yeah.
Dante's ass off for sure. I mean, Willem's the best in this movie.
Do you think that Willem had like a moment in his life, young, growing up, like a school play or something, where he looked in the mirror and he just goes, I'm never going to be the good guy. I need to embrace this now. I'm just always going to be the villain, and let me just lean into it and make a good living off being the villain forever.
Yeah, I think you have to, right?
Yeah, Gary Oldman did the same for a long time. That's a lane.
Gary Oldman's a piece of shit.
Oh.
John Malkovich?
He plays quirky sometimes, but yeah, he's mostly a bad guy.
Willem is mainly because of his physical attributes, right?
Yes. He looks like a Green Goblin.
He looks like he could be crazy, and he plays to it. He practiced the eyes thing that he does a lot.
Yeah, he does that in the mirror every day. Part of his workout routine.
He does like 10 of them, like 1,
yeah,
2.
Is he a count?
Are you good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
It fits you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees: The Woman Who Just Wants a Camel Unfiltered, No Little Girls in Here, Just Big Women, Dante's Commitment to Taking Photos at All Times, Even in a Crisis, Alex shooting at Willem's face on the TV bank twice, and LAPD following Maurice to the Caribbean and commandeering his boat.
Harvey's gulp when the woman said she wasn't wearing underwear. That's definitely up there.
The woman, you mean Tamia?
Yeah.
Golden Dumpster nominees. Everyone saying, oh shit. The motorcycle falling from out of frame in the beginning of the movie. The back and forth between the Green Goblin and Boba Fett. And the final nominee, which is my winner. We better find Drew. We'll find her, sweetheart. She can't hear this.
I knew that was your golden dumpster.
Was that what it was?
I knew that was your golden dumpster.
That was okay.
At first, I thought it was going to be Nothing But Big Women in Here.
When you texted, that's what you thought I was going to say?
Yeah, but as we were doing the episode, then I knew.
No, you saw the delight, man.
Yeah.
We got to that scene.
My golden dumpster is just Dante taking pics throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm going with that as well. His commitment to taking photos.
You sold cameras, so you know.
His technique was bad, but I respect his effort.
Oh, picture trick. I'm on a boat, bitch.
He looked like he had one of those waterproof 90s cameras at one point.
That's what I'm saying. He's an official cruise photographer, and this is the camera they gave him?
He's got another one. He's got a SLR with the flash thing on top.
Oh, does he?
But he's also got the little point and shoot, which looks like he could go underwater.
He's ready for whatever comes its way.
He may have had that one thinking the ship might go down. Let me have the right equipment.
Billy, what was your golden dumpster?
Let me just, for the listeners, because Billy listens to every episode religiously, so he knows that the golden dumpster is for the most memorable scene. Could be good, could be bad, whatever. But I just wanted the listener to kind of refresh on that before Billy gives his pick.
No, the listener knows.
Yeah.
You wasted everyone's time, Zach.
I'm going to go off the board, and I think it may be the water skier crashing into the cruise ship.
That guy's dead, right?
Has to be.
That's not, I kind of bumped into something. Like, he hit that thing hard. He's probably knocked out in the water.
Like a cartoon character. Just flat against the wall.
The person driving that boat murdered that person.
Yes.
When you are water skiing, you are at the will of the person driving the boat. And that person actively made a decision to not get out of the way of the cruise ship and steer the water skier into the boat.
Mm-hmm. No, that's at best manslaughter.
Man's laughter.
And his reaction is, whoa. Well, Zach, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Phobe or file?
For the listeners, phobe is bad. File is good.
Yeah, for the listener, phobe is you don't like it. File is you like it.
Yeah.
I mean, Billy knows this, but I like that you're kind of helping produce here.
I'm trying to help out, for the new people.
Yeah, because we're going to get a bunch of new listeners with you as the guest and everything. All right, let's see. I've seen this movie a lot. I think Willem Dafoe is great in it. I think Sandy Bullock's great in it. Jason Patric ruins the movie up until the point that Glenn Plummer reappears, reprising his role as the guy who got his car stolen by Keanu on the freeway. And it just warms my heart. It's a long movie and it gets slow at that point. But once he comes on the screen, it's nothing but action the rest of the way. I want it for the action. It's the only thing that makes me want to go on a cruise ship is this movie. This is a file.
Billy, you're our guest. Phobe or file?
I'm going to file it also. I think this one's a file.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I feel like Billy's filing it because of the origin story the first time he watched it, not because he actually enjoyed this movie.
If he really enjoyed it that much the first time, I believe him.
I was looking forward to watching it a second time to remember why, because I remember liking it the first time, but didn't remember a lot of the specifics of it. So I was looking forward to watching it again. When I phobe file, for those who are listening and new to the proceedings, am I saying it's actually a good movie or I enjoyed it knowing what it was?
It's kind of whatever you want it to be.
It's more the latter, though.
This is your first vote. So it's kind of setting the tone for yourself.
Just to give you a little context, Billy, is when I file something, it means, yeah, I'd totally watch that again.
Yeah, this is a file.
Maze?
Jason Patrick and his intuition to snuff out what's odd in the world around him. Sandra Bullock's calm under fire and unflappable nature in a crisis. Willem Dafoe's crazy eyes. Make a little cocktail of suspense that comes up flat because I wasn't worried about this boat at all. And the end result is it comes to a slow halt.
No.
In a fake dock.
Well, you're not worried about the boat. You're worried about the people on the boat.
Well, it killed probably a lot of people.
A lot of people. That kid didn't survive, by the way. The kid that was like, look, it's a boat. Like, there's no way they survived.
No way.
They stepped aside in the condo and then it made a giant path through the condo and it cut back to them and they're fine.
Not how it works when a cruise ship crashes into a condo 300 yards into a dock.
The effects were terrible.
What?
The reliance on computer technology, computer psychos, the copper poisoning storyline.
No, this is pre-Y2K. You're using hindsight on this. Fuck that.
Jan de Bont, it makes sense the way his career went after this. They couldn't get Keanu Reeves because Keanu Reeves said no to the script. It's a phobe for me, folks.
Wow.
Stupid.
Boo.
Amin?
We know where you're going with this.
This movie made me long for Men in Black International.
No, it didn't.
It was excruciating. It took me 2 hours to get through the first 30 minutes. I kept thinking the movie was going to end and I'd look and it's like more than half of it was always left. Jason Patrick is an abomination.
He's bad.
The Mount Rushmore of worst actors we've ever had. Michael Biehn, Eric Bana, and now Jason Patrick has joined that illustrious group. The movie was boring. It didn't make sense.
Jeez.
There was no tension. There was a wholly unnecessary added tension element introduced with the little girl.
Yeah, that was weird.
That we just didn't need.
That was confusing.
We didn't need it. Like, it could have been the same thing.
And she's happy that he knows sign language. That's all it had to be.
Yes. They made it into something that's just fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
This movie is a loud and hearty phobe for me. I could not imagine ever watching this movie again. I just can't.
Make sure you're sending us your Lewis Pinnock Award, your 5 Horsemen, your ass on, ass off, your Golden Dumpster.
Not for this one.
Your phobe or file.
Don't send it to me.
At Talk Hoops, at Darth the Million, at Corn Puzzle, at Billy Gil, at Levitard Show. Billy, would you come back for a Too Fast, Too Furious? Or maybe a different movie, maybe a movie you want.
Are you only coming back from movies that involve the number 2 and the notion of velocity?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I'll come back whenever you want me back. I'll do parts 1s, part 3s, whatever you want.
Wow.
Mr. Magoo too?
They didn't make one of those. No way.
Make sure you're checking out God Bless Football, the #1 football podcast out there, right? How many guests do you have coming up on whatever this next episode is?
2 weeks from now?
Yeah.
We had such a good Super Bowl week.
Oh, yeah. Those episodes were fantastic, man. You guys really set the tone.
I was really shocked when you guys got on the show. Like, I didn't think it would happen, but...
Yeah. Thank goodness we got him.
Yeah, you guys had Sandy Bullock on. I wish you had asked about Speed 2, you know?
We should have. Maybe next time. It was weird that she was on Radio Row plugging highlighters. Or whatever.
Hope Floats 2.
Hope Floats 2.
2 Hope, 2 Floats.
Wow.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Zach, I was telling Maze, I'm torn between 2 options. I can either go Willem Dafoe, Boondock Saints, which has been
bandied about,
Catholic month,
or I can go Tamura Morrison, Barbed Wire.
Oh, yep. Those are 2 great options right there, man. Casablanca month.
Casablanca month for sure.
Because then it's coming back to me, and I'm definitely going to pick another Casablanca movie.
I still don't understand what they mean by Casablanca.
Well, we'll have to do the pod to figure it out.
I've seen Casablanca and I've seen Barbed Wire. I only jacked off to one of those.
Guess what, guys? I think we just made our selection. Barbed wire.
Is that legit though? Can I break the daisy chain and just say these movies are both
who gives a fuck?
based on Casablanca?
Make Bad Boys 2 for Catholic month. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
All right, well, yeah, that makes next episode easy.
We could daisy chain it as the actor, or we can get weird with it of like, it's this type of movie. It's an earthquake movie. It's a wrestling movie.
No, that's just theme then. You just named themes again.
I just brought back themes.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited for Barbed Wire. That's a Cinephobe episode.
That's why I picked it. It looks more like a Cinephobe movie.
I snuck into the theater to watch this. Bought a ticket for another movie, snuck in.
You horny child.
Here's the thing, I did it twice. I went back-to-back weekends. And I think I lied to my parents the second time. Oh, yeah, I'm going to the mall with blah, blah, blah. And I went to the movie theater. So that'll be fun for my mom to hear. Which is weird because I don't think they would have cared.
Sweating.
I don't know why I lied.
Sweaty young Zach Harper.
Just wearing baggy-ass basketball shorts to hide his erection.
And his bottle of lotion.
Use the popcorn butter, What are you, an amateur?
Ew.
And here's the thing, film noir. Use the salt, too.
Ew. The texture.